So, last time, the People's Hand competed in the chariot race and concluded the Champions of Glory events. Edovard and Holik took first place during the race, while Venora was able to pinpoint the exact location Gertrude was being kept in. Newfound rivalries turned to alliances in Mr. Hal Epino, as he has agreed to dress up as and play the part of an investigatory Edovard, snooping about Gertrude's home and neighborhood. While the party goes and investigates the area where Venora sensed Gertrude's ring, or while doing this, the party goes and investigates the area where Venora sensed Gertrude's ring. Following the magical beacon, they came across a small, expensive-looking cafe called the Hermit Thrush. Sneaking about in the night, they distract the local authorities and barge into the building, searching high and low for Gertrude. Realizing that the magical presence of her location is coming from below the floorboards, they continue in search of a passage. Finally, noticing the strange chandelier hanging from the ceiling, they discover that when pulled, it activates a series of mechanisms, revealing a set of stairs beneath the counter. Taking the stairs in a single file line stealthily, the counter suddenly begins to move back into place, and Titus barely slips beneath it as Lumen is shoved out of it. Now leaving Ghibly and Lumen alone with a shadowy looming silhouette that addresses them coldly and says, "Well, seems as though your snooping has paid off a bit. I'm impressed with your detective work, sincerely. You've all proven more resourceful than I could have imagined. It's a shame you have to die so unceremoniously." Go ahead and roll initiative.
All of us?
Yes.
Oh no.
So those of you walking down the stairs, that's all that this represents. You do know it takes an immediate turn, and then Edovard, since you're right there at the bottom and you're looking around the corner, you have light, don't you?
My sword has light on it.
Yeah. You see that it takes another immediate turn.
And my sword is attempted to be pushed up against the wall, so if the stairs do a Scooby-Doo routine, yeah. But there's a line of people behind me.
For the line of people in the stairway, the order of operations here, you guys going down the stairs start hearing the rapid shifting of the counter above you, shutting. And as it does so, Titus dives down in there. You see Lumen try and get in, and he gets shoved back out while getting squeezed and pinched in. And then there's a last second where you're hearing Lumen kind of like wince in pain, and then the sound cuts completely off. So you're not aware of what's going on as far as the individual that's up there with them. You just hear Lumen like getting out of the spot.
Did Lumen get completely obliterated?
He took some damage.
No, is he dead though? For like
you don't know.
All
no,
his
it doesn't sound like
it's
it.
gone. Okay.
No.
His foot is in the stairwell.
Yeah. You actually look down and it's like no.
It's just rolling down the steps
still
past us. It's just hopping down.
Now, for Lumen and Ghibly, you two guys standing up there, or Lumen, you're on the ground, there was a moment where Ghibly, you heard him jump up from underneath the counter and start to run around, and just as he does, he stops as he sees the silhouette, and you look over and see him at the same time.
It's only a silhouette.
Well, he's standing in front of this fireplace in a dark room.
So he's actually
this, as far as you're aware.
Oh man, it's no good. I thought it was just a shadow.
Anybody with a 20 or higher?
Nope.
No?
No.
Anybody with a 15 to 20?
18.
Clonus got 17.
That is the best Clonus has
I
ever
don't have
been.
Clonus. What?
I thought you didn't have a Clonus.
Oh, it's right here.
Or did you remake one?
Clonus is 17? Anybody higher than 17?
I had an 18.
18? 17? Alright, we'll let you go first then. And obviously not before Ghibli, but...
No, we'll let Lumen
of the
go
217s.
ahead of him.
Well, that's good. You guys are going back to back. Pretty handy.
Fitting.
15, 16, 14. 14, 13, 12, 11,
11.
10, 9.
Yes, 9.
Like multiple people got 9, right? Wasn't it?
People
12?
rolled a bunch of 9s, but they...
Titus rolled a 9 plus.
9 plus 10.
What was yours, a 9?
9 plus 10.
Well, I was on 10 earlier.
And this guy is still wearing his signature red scarf, right?
You see...
And only his
You
signature.
see the silhouette of this dark, shadowy figure standing before the fire. You can see this scarf kind of just hanging down and occasionally in the wind blowing beside him.
Wait, is Ghibli colorblind too?
Yes.
Is he really?
Yes.
You do not see
It's
the
like
colors.
a brown, green.
It mostly blends in with the colors of what you're seeing. It's all, and it's this awkward silhouette too, as the light's kind of wrapping around him, leaving him mostly in darkness. And you're trying to look at him with the only bright thing in the room being the fire, because I don't believe you had a light. All right. Well, I got a lot to worry about here to run this guy, so let me.
Oh, that's
Well, you can let him
so
walk.
unencouraging.
So let me double check what he wants to do since his turn is up first. All right. Let's just make this interesting right off the bat.
Oh no.
Oh no! The chandelier goes up and a disco ball comes down.
We're gonna dance off.
Dance off.
Oh no, I want weakness.
Oh, Ghibli.
I can't keep a beat.
Disco.
Straight charisma rules.
It's just a dance.
He pulls up that carpet and it's like Dance Dance Revolution pad.
You just have to do constant charisma performance checks.
dexterity.
And then no, it's performance checks and then
I just have to decide how hard I want to hit you guys right off the bat.
What's that mini you got there, Cherry? Cherry.
Uh-oh, you were right.
No.
So, stepping forward as he does, his right foot first, he starts strafing to the right slightly, and you see this silhouette with kind of inky black behind him. And as he steps forward, you notice his steps kind of have this strange glitch-like quality to them. As he takes, with his right foot, it kind of like skips back and skips forward again, and then with his left, leaving his foot behind him where it was, and then continuing forward, this strange, shadowy ink version of himself darts over, standing just over Lumen. And then he holds up his hand, and you watch as he pulls it back, almost as if his left hand is holding the front of a bow strung with magic. And then he pulls his hand back, and out of his two fingers shoot these magical darts of blood red. Two of them go straight for Lumen, and the other two straight for you. 4. They automatically hit since they're magic missiles. Yeah.
Magic missiles.
magic missile so cool.
Max damage. That is 10 force damage to Lumen and 10 force damage to Ghibli, as just these darts of blood red energy shoot for your chest and just blow up upon impact. He will stand where he is and end his turn. Top of the round, Ghibli.
Gibbles.
Just completely just caught off guard, out of the blue, and a little bit livid. Just he looks really quickly around the cabinet. Are there any like glass bottles, beer bottles, or just any of the sorts? I'm behind a bar as of the moment.
What is your passive perception?
My passive perception is a very solid 9.
I'll say you see, like, immediately in the immediate vicinity, there is like a small empty bottle, like the equivalent of like a glass soda bottle size, not very big.
All right, I go and grab that the ball, and I quickly want to throw it at the weird staticky shadowy figure.
Okay, the one that's by Lumen, or
Yes.
Okay, sounds good. Go ahead and make an attack roll. That's an improvised weapon, so it's just going to add your strength modifier.
All right, that is a 22.
22 hits.
All right then, how much damage would that deal?
Improvised weapons, I believe, are just 1 plus your strength modifier.
All right, so that's 4 damage then to that
Okay.
weird shadowy thing.
Immediately, you watch as you chuck this bottle at it, and it hits this strange kind of almost incorporeal form. And as it sits in the center of it, it kind of crashes and falls apart, and you watch the thing just kind of dissipate and disappear.
Ghibli kind of tilts his head a little bit, just kind of like, oh, neat. Immediately looks back at the other shadowy figure that's not so disordered, and he's going to rush towards him. Throwing that bottle was an action, correct?
Yeah, that was an attack.
And so I dart over the counter. Ghibli darts over the counter and tries to get as close as he can to.
You want to try and leap over it?
Yes.
Go ahead and make an athletics check for me.
That is okay. That is a 24.
Okay. So you rush forward. You're now within 15 feet of him. You see immediately as he kind of is looking directly at you after having broken this echoey version of himself. He looks at you and he's already starting to kind of slink back slowly, and you see these like kind of long robes he's wearing in front of him that are covering up this leather armor, and this long red scarf just kind of drift in the space where he just was as he starts to pull back.
I see. After seeing that scarf, just to reconfirm that it is the red scarf man. We have been meaning to talk to you a little bit. Hey, you've been on the top of my mind ever since you blew us up in a nice pool of fire. I have a few questions for you, Mr. Scarf.
That was you?
Well, me and a few others. It hurt, and frankly, I don't know who you are or why you did that. So, let's talk and dance while we're here.
Okay, that's probably gonna be the limit. You got a lot of words in there.
That was, yeah.
The smaller you are, the faster you talk.
Yeah. You were saying it really fast. Listen to it real quick. Whoa.
He's actually a gnome.
All right. Ending Ghibli's turn, Lumen.
Loomy.
And so that thing that was next to me just...
It was just this strange kind of shadowy version of this guy that, after having a bottle explode through it, it drifted away.
Okay. So his presence doesn't... feels like it's gone?
The one that was just above you? Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It doesn't look like he just like turned invisible or anything. When it was hit with the glass bottle, it exploded on impact like a glass bottle would, and you watch it just like fracture and disappear.
Okay. I'll do Sanctuary.
Sanctuary? Okay.
Yeah.
Bring yourself?
Yeah. And then I'll do Resistance
Okay.
on
Gibbles.
Ghibli.
Okay. Resistance?
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. Anything else? You want to stand up?
Yeah, I stand up, I guess.
Go ahead. So you got 15 feet of movement left should you want to move.
How far am I from him?
From the bad guy?
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet.
Okay. I think.
All right.
Yeah, I'm good.
Clonus. So in the stairwell, Clonus
He's
is...
stuck between everybody.
You can move through a creature's space. You just can't end there, but... So he could get into the square in front of Edovard.
All right, guys, we gotta hurry up and move because if we don't, our friends are gonna get hurt. I close behind them, so let's run.
Spot on impression for Clonus. Hopefully Byron never hears the episode. Okay, so
What?
he
That
runs,
was great. Didn't sound anything like me.
He runs down the hall. Do you want him to just dash in? Continue?
Yeah. Well, does he have light? Did anyone give him light?
I think it's
I have light.
No.
Okay, so then maybe he won't. If he's not really
He'll go to the end of Jude's light from his sword that he can see.
So he has
And then
just
he'll-
see there. So he goes to
Does
the
he
end
have
of
dark?
the
I guess he's a.
I believe he
Oh,
does.
okay.
from
He'll,
being
yeah.
when
he'll-
he looks down that last bit of stairwell, he sees at the end a closed wooden door.
He'll run to the door then.
Okay. Grabbing hold of the door, it does appear locked.
Oh, they're always locked.
Okay. Can he make an attack on the door?
He used his action to dash.
Oh yeah. Okay. Wait, really? Yeah. That was it. Okay.
He only has 25 feet of movement, and that got him to that
that's
space
right.
before.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
All right, ending Clonus' turn, Edovard. With the light.
Friend
Running
slammed
down.
it. Running down.
You also encounter this locked door.
Yep.
What would you like to do?
I would like to step into Clone Nuss's space
Okay.
and smack the door with a booming blade.
Whoa.
I hope it's easy to hit door. 10.
10? You hit.
Sick, dude.
I mean, what is it? Dodging? Door.
He rolls low enough, he'll hit the door frame.
Yeah.
It's not bad, actually. Not 16 damage.
Dang.
Wow. Okay, with that, swinging your sword straight down on it, you watch in the center, you cause this huge split, and then this crash of thunder damage that just shoots straight ahead. As it does, you split into the wood, and then the door kind of caves in on itself. It's a pretty reinforced door, so it's not completely destroyed, but there's a big old chunk right at the top of it now that's like cracked inward, and you can kind of see into a room.
And the light seeps into the room. I can kind of see.
Barely, yeah. So
Okay.
just what you see passive perception wise is looking into the room. You see ahead of you, kind of towards the center of the room, barely, the light is peeking onto some barrels about like 15 or 20 feet into the room. And then that's about it. It's a room that's totally dark inside.
try and Jack Nicholson my head in a little bit.
Definitely can't do that.
Yeah.
It's like open, like 4 inches at most.
Gertrude. Yeah.
Are you yelling or just?
I'm yelling.
Okay, you're
Act like a
going
monster.
into the room.
End turn.
Okay, ending Edvard's turn. So you step back. Hulk. Yeah, you can get into to Edvard's space, but you can't end there, so you have to end behind him, unfortunately. Unless you dash to run up to the door.
Hand on his shoulder. Do you see her in there? And I'm gonna like try to peek past them into the room, but I can't really because it's.
You want to use your action to make a perception check?
Sure, I'll do my action to make
You
a
have dark
perception
vision?
check. I do.
Perception, dude. Get out of here.
Unless you want to save your action for something else.
Nah, there's nothing else. 23.
Pretty good. You see barely just through the crack of the door, in the center, what looks like the center of the room, about 25 feet in or so, a stack of barrels, like storage barrels or casks. Also, you see all the way on the far end of the room what looks like some sort of bars or maybe a cage. And then something metallic reflecting that a little bit of that light. You can't quite tell what it is. Beside that cage. Something like shined and metallic, whereas a cage is kind of rusty and dingy.
I'm gonna tell Edvard, I see a cage in there, and there's something else that's shiny next to it. Can't tell what it is, and yeah, that just ends my turn. Like there's nothing
Sorry,
else.
it's so dusty down here.
All right, ending your turn.
Yeah.
Titus.
So
You
the
get
door,
to the bottom of that section of stairs.
the door's not open all the way yet. Huh?
The door that they're at? No.
If I dash, could I just sprint into it? See if that does
Not-
anything.
50. You would have 10 feet movement left. You would have to be running through. Just understand that if you fail that,
You have to end.
you have to end your space in someone else's space, which technically you can't do.
Could I be knocked prone to the next
Yeah.
available space?
Sure.
If I fail?
You know what? I'll concede that. Good bargain. Sure, yeah, I'm fine with it. He just gets bounced off the thing so hard that he's giving up pronage.
Okay.
That space would be taken up anyway.
No, yeah.
Make an athletics check.
Pretty good. 23.
Running down the stairs, as much momentum as you can, and then immediately turning and then turning again. So not a whole lot of momentum in going into this, but you kind of slide around into Holik's space, pushing to the side, and run straight down this 15-foot section of stairs, and then just coming through, crash into the door. What was the total?
23.
All right. Go ahead and roll a d6 for me. Actually, roll a d8.
7.
7. Okay. How much damage did you deal earlier, Jude? 16?
16.
Right on the money. So I rolled a d6 to see how much of the damage it would resist, and then whatever damage you dealt, the difference between it would be the damage that was actually dealt. And it had 20 hit points. You rolled a 7, I rolled a 3, so 4 on top of that 16. You come running through, just crash into the door. The two sides of it are kind of splitting, crash inward. One part of it still stuck where it was locked into the side of the wall. The other part on the hinges just swings open, and you hear it like crash into something beside it. The room is now open, and you fall into the room. I'm going to still say prone.
Yeah, that's fine.
But in the room.
Draw that room.
Actually, I have a room for it. Part of it that
Surrounded by
under
40 goblins.
keeps coming on.
I speak goblin.
They're all around the light from the crack. They're just like hiding in the pitch blackness.
Exactly 11 feet away, so my light can't reach.
Yeah.
They're
what are
like,
you doing in here, mate?
they're like children at school during a lockdown. They're all like against the wall with
I
the
didn't
door.
really plan the placement of this really well, so I'm going to put this somewhere else.
What do I see?
There are barrels.
And I do have dark vision now.
Yeah, kind of looking around as best you can. You see along the left wall, immediately inside the room, there are like these chests, almost kind of like large footlockers. Not treasure chest, but like a trunk. And then along the wall, some sort of paper, but you can't. There's not enough light to see what these things on the wall say or have on them. Sets of armor within the room, nice, like military new armor.
Seemingly out of place for like a restaurant.
Bakery.
Well, Maybe, but then in addition to that, along the wall farthest from you, you see hanging these weapon racks full of swords. So yes, out of place for like a little bistro cafe, but like a lot of weaponry and armor down here for whatever reason, like a stockpile. These barrels in the center, off to the side, a little bedroll, and then in the corner, some sort of cage with what looks like a disheveled body or person in it.
Over there.
Okay, ending Titus's turn. Cephas.
All right.
I'd like to bonus
Move
action
along,
campaign.
move along. Don't want it to
Yeah.
close up. And I actually don't want
The door to close up?
anyone. Well, the whole thing just like closed above us, and I don't know what's happening, and I don't want to.
You're a wise guy.
I want to be the last one.
So do you want to
So
stop
I'm gonna.
here?
No,
to
I want to
allow
actually.
room for
I want to
Nora?
force movement on her and push her as much as
Grab
I
me by
can.
my
forward.
shoulders.
Like I want to kind of grab her and like. I'm like staying behind.
Yeah.
Make an athletics check, Cephas.
Every day. Oh, nat 20.
Yes.
So 28.
Okay.
One shot.
You took one step forward to get to her, right? So you have 25 feet left. I'll let you move with her all the way up until you can't go anymore, which is where holding is.
Perfect.
Nice.
Does that end your turn?
Yeah.
All right. I guess that would be your action, moving her. Venora, it's you.
Awesome. I am going to
We're fucking
weasel my way through everybody.
You can get right in front of Titus.
Nice.
Titus.
And
So you see the same things I described. Do you have light?
no, I think
Just
But the light
Edward.
from Ed?
yeah. I'm just curious
Yeah.
if she did as well, because it would change like how much is in for you.
Get out of here
Ed, can I
quickly.
grab your sword when I'm past? Just for light.
Yeah.
Cool. I take your sword. Mine. And I run into the room. with
Okay.
it.
So just
Say grab
fully
one.
lighting up this room. Actually, the light cantrip gives what, 20 feet? Regardless, you do light up the room, at least to some extent, entirely. You see pretty clearly on that far corner a cage, and slumped inside of it some sort of body. What's your passive perception?
16.
Okay. Covered in mostly rags, you can tell that there is a body underneath it, but you don't see any details. There's like some sort of canvas or tarp.
Doesn't
over
she
it.
still have her locate on?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's,
and that is where
That's
the
my correct.
things are.
I
Barrel straight ahead of you, and everything else is straight.
I dash to the cage.
Okay. Go ahead and shoot over there for me if she can get all the way.
I just try to put my hand through.
2020.
And
Sorry.
shake whoever is in there. Gertrude. Gertrude.
Okay. You grab a hold of it, and it's hard. It is like it had the shape of a humanoid, but whatever is underneath this is like hard and rigid,
Do I feel like where the ring,
like bones.
where the ring is? Do I see?
You don't. You're like what you can reach is like the shoulder area from what you think of this.
Snatch
You
my
barely
hand back.
can get your hand through and you pull your hand back, but it felt hard, like and like bone.
I, in my turn, trying to figure out what this is for.
All right. Ending Venora's turn. Back to the top of the round. The enemy. He looks at you, Ghibli. What is it you said? You want to dance? All right, let's dance. I don't think your friends are coming back for you.
How did he know?
How did he know?
I mean, there was no going back.
Nobody looked for a button.
I left
There's
a copy of
probably a
Twilight
button.
New Moon lying down there. They'll either love it or won't be able to stop mocking it. It's the perfect plan.
You're all just down there criticizing the movie.
Why
like,
does he shimmer? He should burn. I don't get it.
Why baseball?
Why baseball? They're vampires.
But more importantly, they're American.
It's America's
Actually,
pastime.
many of them aren't, I think, right?
It's America's pastime. Half of them are from Italy. They should be like track and field, the Olympics.
All right. When he does that, again, this strange kind of discordant, like glitching to his movement as he runs to the side.
Steps on the rug, falls through.
I forgot to put a trap there.
Titus just didn't see a pit when he looked underneath the rug.
Oh, darn.
Nope, we're all good here.
It's just sticks and leaves.
That seems fun.
Actually, he doesn't like it that way.
For the middle of the... Because there's a pit there?
He runs back, standing next to the fireplace. That's not going to save you. And you watch as he's rushing away, he does kind of, again, just leave this strange, discordant shadow behind him. And it will be... right here, just beside Ghibly. As he's running away, he takes a step, and then he's still standing where he was, but also moving, and then that thing branches off and runs straight for you. Within 5 feet of you, you watch as he stands back, kind of like pulls his hands back again, looking at you. He gathers up this long spark from up his leg and then through his chest, pulls it back, and he rockets his hand forward straight for the two of you. You see lightning raise the ground. Stone and wood just shoots in every direction as this huge bolt of blood red lightning shoots straight for you and Lumen. Both of you need to make, I believe it's dexterity saving throws.
Yeah. As Ghibli just see this coming, his only reaction would be just, ah.
That's pretty good.
That's
It's like,
all right.
it's like as good as it gets.
And because of resistance, does he get a roll a d4?
Resistance?
What?
Oh,
Resistance
you
gives you
cast
resistance to damage,
resistance,
right?
not
Oh.
Blade Ward.
Okay. So you don't have to roll that d4. You can look at the number and decide whether or not you want to.
I'll keep the
And the
resistance.
spell ends for, or lasts for how long?
1 minute.
Okay.
Concentration.
So you've got it for 10 rounds, unless he loses his concentration. So since that's concentration,
And I said you add a D4 to any like save rolls that I
just a saving throw.
Just saving throw.
Save and throw, yeah.
Dude, I was thinking of Blade Ward, but that's a good thing you did.
I also have Sanctuary, so I'm not sure if that'll...
It's not a to
It's
hit.
not a target spell.
This is you making a saving throw.
Great spell, though.
You guys are just in a line. Did it for me.
I mean, with 2 points, you're always in a line.
Yeah.
okay, shut up.
That's not true, actually.
Yeah, it's not necessarily true.
Okay. When?
You know.
When?
Terribly up.
He's hit you with lightning, then he's gonna grease the floor. He is greased lightning.
Oh my gosh.
What'd you roll?
Oh, 1, so 15.
One short.
You turned him into hay.
That's a bummer for me. David, what's yours?
90-20.
All right. You roll pretty well, too. Well, almost max.
It's a good time to save.
Yeah. So that's 44 lightning damage, unless you succeeded, halved to 22. You watch as
Oh my god.
halved to 22, rocketing this lightning bolt straight for each of you. Both of you just shocked. Your whole body. You're doing your best to get out of the way, and you do slide to the side, but Ghibli, you slide, and there's a chair there that kind of gets in your way, and you're just shocked through your entire body, locked in place. Lumen, almost nowhere to go. You kind of push up against the side of the table, and the bolt like shoots off to the side, and you think you're okay, and then it curves and rapidly hits you, and you're just like, Are you still up?
No.
I don't think if he had all of his health,
I
he
had
would still.
two.
Ooh, your max total hit points is
Yeah.
12 more than that.
yeah.
David?
You had
Yes,
to.
I'm still up. Yeah.
You were down to
You were at 2?
Yeah.
I almost outright killed you.
Yeah. If he would have
outright
saved, he would have died.
Oh, I wasn't joking earlier, I guess.
earlier.
This just got a lot more real.
For the audio listener, earlier Mike stepped on Jerry's toe, and so Jerry said he was going to kill him.
No,
and I-
that's not what happened. I just, with nothing warranting it, I just told him I was going to kill him after.
Oh my
Lumen.
goodness.
You are just and fall and hit your head on the back of the table, fall to the ground. Ghibli, as you're like holding on to this chair, trying not to fall to the ground, you finally take a breath as you look up and see this guy as he just kind of stands there and grins. You barely see this grin on his face. You hear a slump to the ground and a crash against the table as Lumen falls behind you. Just look over your shoulder, see him on the ground.
And then I follow the awe with crap.
All right. That ends. Bonus action movement. That ends his turn. Ghibly, it's you.
I immediately go for a cut at the echo.
Okay.
The echo thing, shadow thing, whatever thing, annoying thing. Thank goodness. That's at 20 plus.
20 plus? Go ahead. Yeah, that hits. Actually, minimum damage kills. It's just 1 hit point.
Yeah.
So you just swipe through and you watch it just... Garbage.
First question. Yeah. How many times can you do that? Second question. Ow. Third question. Who are you? And I take a second breath to heal up. Second wind, yes.
Oh, nice, mate.
Sorry, Mike.
Mike, if you didn't have that +1, you would have died. Like, die. Not just unconscious.
Right? You
Like
die.
That's me. That's more than just die. I like this.
And I don't like I am going to action surge, and I'm going to run into him and tackle him to the ground.
Tackle him to the ground?
Yes.
He is 25.
You only have 25 feet of movement.
So then I'll dash and then
your action?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
he's
just
standing up against the wall, so if you tackle him, you both are just crashing into that wall and fall into the ground. Mm-hmm. Go ahead and make an athletics check. He will roll to resist this. Okay.
Okay.
How can he?
How can he?
Uh-huh.
I wasn't saying how can he, I was saying how
Can.
Okay, what did you roll?
22.
22. He uses his reaction. You must re-roll that d20, and you must use the new roll.
Hey, he's got
What
a
is it?
spell. It's bad.
Not as very low. Pretty bad. 8.
8?
Yeah.
You run, dive for him, and as you dive, you see he is within your grasp. Both of your arms are on either side of him, and then you watch him just kind of like twist and glitch, and then he is not there. He's just standing beside you as you crash to the ground prone.
Well,
And he just stands over you.
then
Just short on time, huh?
I'll just stand right back up real quick. And then I'll... Can I what?
Oh, you can.
And fourth question. What did we do to tick you off? I don't even know you.
Got involved in my business.
Oh my gosh. And turn.
To answer your first question, at least 3 more.
Shoot.
Ending Ghibly's turn, Lumen. Keep this a secret, but I will look at it. Please roll a death save. Do you remember how death saves work now?
Vaguely. It's
Do you have it written down on here, your survivability score? For you, it is a 7.
oh, so much
Nice.
good for him. 7,000?
No.
Hi, Levi from the editing room here. To help you better understand the stakes at the table right now, the 2 main ways of a character dying in Dungeons & Dragons is, 1, they take so much damage from a single instance of damage that their current HP goes to a negative of their maximum HP. So in this case, when Lumen took that lightning bolt, if he had taken 2 other damage from getting his foot caught or from that magic missile attack, then that lightning bolt would have killed him. The second main way of dying is when you do drop to 0 or a little bit below, but not so much that you outright die. Your body will start to fight for its life. You will then make what are called death saving throws. If you roll 10 or above on these death saving throws, then that's a success. And 3 successes will stabilize your body, and a critical success will bring you back. But as a homebrew rule, if you fail or take damage a number of times equal to your survivability score while you're unconscious in this way, then you will die. And in this case, Lumen's survivability score is 7. So if he fails 7 times or takes damage 7 times while he's down, he will die. And again, we have no way of bringing him back from the dead right now. Also, these fails are permanent. There's only 3 ways of getting rid of them, and none of them are able to be done while in combat.
So go ahead and roll. Okay. So just mark that if it's a fail right there. All right. Holding on as best as you can. Clonus.
Oh, yeah. All right, guys, I bet our friends need help. So we're gonna have to find a way back up. He's gonna look on everywhere that he can run to on the inside for like a lever or something. He can
Roll investigation for Clonus.
It's his. He rolled a 10.
Okay. He looks all around the walls and these areas. He's not seeing anything. He sees this suit of armor, a chair right beside it, these chests and stuff. He starts looking, kind of trying his best to lift one of the chests, looks underneath it, looks behind it, looks behind the other suit of armor. There is a strange kind of like, he does see like a strange inscription like ground into the stone behind that suit of armor, but he does not see any lever or anything like that. And then we'll say he end right there. Okay. That was his action to look for that, though. Edvard.
I know you're gonna run to.
You run into.
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
And get into the space just behind Venora.
Is she dead?
I don't think it's her, but I haven't been able to investigate much. Just warned it didn't feel.
Sword?
Yeah, give me a
Sword, please.
Yeah, I thought you said so. I'm like, what?
So what?
She's dead, so what?
I'm gonna
The brain's
dash
valuable.
straight back up the stairs.
Alright, end of your turn?
Yep.
Hulk. You watch, Hulk, as you're just stopping there. Edvard runs in, and as you're starting to move forward, Edvard is pushing past you guys, running up the stairs.
I'm gonna say, she's not here. This has gone all too well. As I'm running past.
Okay.
As I'm gonna turn to go up the stairs, my offhand, put it into a pouch, pull out some moss, and as I rub it, some phosphorescence, like, illuminates in my hand, and that flicks over, and, Titus's morning star glows with light, and I turn to go up the stairs.
Ending Hulk's turn, Titus. Your morning star is now lit.
I will stand up. So it's half my movement.
I don't have anything else.
And dashing, I will dash up the stairs.
Yeah, it's better that way.
You have to share space with Hulk, so you're just behind
I'll
Hulk.
be right behind him.
So Hulk, you with no light, going up there, losing into darkness, and then light filling the chamber as you hear dunk, 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 behind you as Titus is running up the stairs. And he giggles like that. Cephas.
It's not cute.
Are we running back up then?
I think so.
Doors don't close on their own.
This one did.
Right. I will. Can I investigate as I run back up to see if there's
In the
any-
hallway?
Yeah. Like
Sure.
If there's something to.
This is an action. It's called the search action.
Search your heart.
Oh, you're hard.
David, touch
Like
this.
Inigo Montoya. Use your father's sword.
Search with your heart.
Search with your heart.
18 plus 0. 18.
Search his heart.
Looking up and down the stairs, you find plenty of little like loose pieces of stone that you push thinking they're buttons, but never stumble across anything like what you're hoping for. But you may go up the stairs as far as you wish.
Could just be like prone.
Cephas. I'm sorry, Venora.
I am in the dark.
In the
I
dark.
can see. It doesn't matter. I have dark vision.
For the most part, you can see. Not
I
in giant detail.
cannot.
Oh wait, I'm sorry, I forgot something.
Open sesame.
What was your initiative earlier? Wasn't it 10?
Yeah, no. Mine was 9.
Okay, well this technically happened before you, but as you're running up,
Oh my gosh.
Venora, you hear a strange tinny voice
Gosh dang it.
from two locations. One off against the wall beside the cage, and one by the door where Clonus is standing. Passcode.
Come on, man.
Come on, you got
Just 1 in a million chance.
What am I doing?
Passcode now. As that suit of armor standing here, the suit of armor by the door
Oh no.
shifts over and stands in front of the door, blocking your exit.
Oh no.
That's basically all that.
The suit of
Nora
armor.
says, "Oh no, no, no,
The suit
no,
of
no."
armor standing in front of you
I will ask one more time.
rolls forward on an electric wheelchair. Rapidly, you watch as the head, it's almost occult or supernatural, like a spirit, takes control of it as it like shifts forward and kind of shambles rapidly, and then stands up straight, holding a sword in its hand, just beside you.
Oh no, no, no,
This
no.
tinny voice. Ascode. It is your turn.
Can I get my hand in the cage at all?
Slightly. You do it.
Can I try to reach for the ring, try to find the ring or whatever is my
It'll be an action.
Yeah, that's
Because the person's like, if there's a person that's like laying down, head towards the side where you're reaching in. So if they've got arms in there, you're gonna have to undo the.
Yeah.
So go ahead and make a dexterity check for me. He's trying to reach through these bars and remove this tarp and reveal the body and find what's in there.
Oh. What is the
Dexterity.
just straight dexterity? 18.
Okay. With careful precision, you reach through with both of your arms, just kind of looking up at this thing, its eyes just glowing this dull red as it looks down at you, just reaching through these bars. You pull this tarp off and you reveal a completely charred skeleton, burned to a crisp, down to the bone. And with a slight bit of light that's kind of still glowing in this room, as he's running out, you see a little flicker of a ring down on the finger, but it's just out of your reach.
Dang it. Dang it. Do I see any, like, hair or anything on...
You rolled an 18?
Yeah.
You do smell, as soon as you pull this thing off, this immediate, like, scorched and burn. You're not sure of how recent. How big is the burn?
Person.
The person? About human size.
How big was...
I mean,
is the skeletal system, like, it could be Gherty, or it's like, this is definitely a big man?
It definitely could be Gherty. And you see some, like...
standard grandmother size.
Standard grandmother.
Your standard Western grandmother.
Osteoporosis in the
10
bones.
volleyballs. Oh my god.
You're not sure about that.
Yeah.
But you
10 volleyballs tall.
You do just see this. You're not sure how recent, but you can smell it as you pull that thing out. Just this charred flesh and bone.
And as I'm, like, searching around, I'm like, Clonus! Help! Save us! I just, like...
All right, ending your turn.
I'm like the farthest
Yep.
away.
You're the last person.
I'm going back and forth.
We're gonna dash.
You were just right behind me, so I don't know where you are.
You, as you're saying that, kind of looking around, he's gone.
Yeah.
Everybody's gone. The room in here is barely lit as that last fraction of light just disappears as Edvard runs out, and you see Clonus kind of standing there looking at this thing by the door, and he holds his shield just in between him and it, and holds his sword at the ready. Okay.
Pasco.
Ghibly, standing over you. Your criticisms are fair. You watch as he starts to shift to the right, and he starts like trailing around you, leaving behind him the shadowy figure, and then the shadow figure starts to walk around. You're not sure which one is walking around, which one's staying, and so a sword attacks directly towards you. I believe that hits with a 19.
That hits.
10 damage with the rapier as you thrust it forward. You just barely dodge slightly as it cuts across your chest.
All right.
You still up?
I'm still up.
Okay.
Dang.
Second wind.
And you see the flare of the echo as it glows bright red, and it also attacks you.
Oh.
26.
Okay, interesting.
That might have hit.
Max damage. 11.
Please be up. Please be up.
Okay.
Still up?
Still up.
All right. That's true. You didn't do anything in the Champions of Glory.
There we go.
So as he thrusts forward, and then this thing rapidly just strikes with this shadowy sword straight into your gut and then it disappears, leaving no wound.
All right. Wound.
The blade disappears, or he disappears? Or?
Nope, the blade disappears.
Okay, sounds good.
Ghibli, your turn.
Well, I seem to be in a bit of a conundrum here. All right. Well,
Coming like a
it's
wrecking ball.
it's clear that you have the advantage in this peculiar situation. So just before you off me, just one question. You clearly know a lot more about us than we do about you, right?
You're encroaching upon using your action to talk here.
Yeah.
You get one sentence.
One sentence. Great.
Yeah.
Technically.
I'll let you keep going if you want to burn your action.
What if it's a run-on sentence?
And
Mrs. Reichelt isn't here. We can use them all we want.
These sentences can be really long.
Oh, yeah.
And before I finish my statement, I pretty much try to rush him one more time.
To tackle him?
I'm going to try to push him into the fire.
So you're gonna like run around him and then go for the fire?
I think I'm going to.
Because where you're at right now, you would push him away from the fire.
Is he not in front of the fireplace right now?
He is, but you're on the side of it.
Right.
If
Yes.
you push him, you're pushing away from him.
Right, I get that. Actually, before I. Goodness gracious.
You're in a tough spot.
You don't say.
there's no shame in preserving your own life, Ghibli. Except for the shame you will feel.
There's no shame in dying.
Thank you for that. I'll take
Yeah,
that.
the phrase "there's no shame" should probably be "you shouldn't feel shame."
Yeah.
Because there may still be shame.
You feel shame? That's weird. That's supposed to be none.
I'm just gonna. Gosh dang.
It's tough.
You know what? I'm just gonna strike. Just strike Mr. Scarf there.
Senior
We're gonna
Scar?
strike at
Kind of
his...
like talking his ear off a little bit, and then you do step to make an attack. Go ahead and roll.
Yep. That is a 20, not natty.
That does hit. You watch as he kind of like slinks back, trying to dodge. His scarf kind of coalesces in the center, trying to wrap itself around your rapier, and then you still just push through, and you feel it just kind of sink into his chest slightly.
And I'll make that as a distracting strike.
Okay. Nice. So any attacks on anyone else have disadvantage, right?
No, anyone else that attack him have advantage.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So that'll be a total of 14 piercing damage.
All right. You pull the rapier back quickly, and there's just this moment where like there is some grip to that scarf that's like holding onto it for a second. You have to kind of give it a couple tugs before it pulls loose.
Oh, cool scarf, by the way. But
You smile.
what is your name?
You do get a fairly good look at this guy. You're looking up at him, right in front of him, right by the firelight. You see where typically the scarf would be kind of completely covering most of his face, if not all of it, except for his eyes. It's just covering up his mouth and lower jaw, but you see this kind of broken, off to the side, square nose. Not like square like Minecraft, but just squared off. This like brutish, almost Viking-like nose. Dark red, if not brownish hair, barely peeks forward as he's been kind of struggling a little bit from the top of his hood. You see these bushy, dark brown eyebrows as he looks down right at you. Just this kind of brutish Viking almost of a man, but he stands tall looking down at you. Just this little wisps of hair barely hanging down from the top of his cowl. Piercing blue eyes.
Oh.
Piercing blue.
Piercing blue. And you can see the top of like this very thick beard.
Beard.
What did you ask him? Who are you?
He's like, what, or like just one last time. Just what is your name?
Roll a persuasion.
Yes.
Say my name.
All right then. That is persuasion. I think. Yes, I do. 16.
16? Not how this works.
Fair enough. And just under my breath while I'm just standing there, I just kind of just whisper to myself, "Sorry, Lumen," and my turn.
I had to go out the hero. I respect it. All right, ending Ghibli's turn. Lumen. What was it? All right. Mark it if you need. Don't if you don't.
I can choose.
No. All right.
I don't
Clonus?
need to. Clonione.
Well,
Clonione.
I'm going to rush towards. What's her face?
Venora.
Venora, yeah.
Back down the stairs.
And I'm going to flank,
Okay.
mash him.
Want to attack? Yeah. All right. So you hear, and you look up, just as you're like rifling through this corpse, you look up and see Clonus behind it, just smacking down on the back of this thing.
8 battle axe. So that was 8, 13.
Just this loud resounding, like clatter through the armor behind it, but it doesn't seem to have any effect on it.
Okay.
But immediately, the eyes glow bright red. Unaccepted. This tinny voice just says the word unaccepted.
Oh, no.
And you watch it just like stand up quickly, fully.
What's the stonework look like in this room?
Standing up now, fully tall and straight. The armor, on the edges of the armor, it like the metal itself curls up to create these wicked, jagged spikes. And you can hear metal tearing. And then it draws its sword, standing over Venora.
Well, don't I have a bonus action like, what does he have, like Sanctuary bonus action?
Shield of Faith.
Sanctuary
Shield of Faith is
a bonus action as well.
But I don't think he has Sanctuary.
He has Shield of Faith, though,
Yeah,
right? So he'll use it on Venora.
Bueno.
And that does.
+2 to your AC.
All right, ending Clonus' turn. I'm sorry, Edward, and then Hulk.
Now I gotta cut these corners. Is there any way I can make like acrobatics check to
Sure. To cut the corners.
cut the corners?
Oh, to cut the corners.
I mean, rules is written. My bird can give me the help action, but flavor-wise, I don't know how it's gonna help me cut corners.
Do you have your bird with you right now?
It's on my shoulder.
Okay. I'll allow it.
Okay. Cool. Thanks. Acrobatics.
Yeah.
10.
Okay. Bare minimum. At the last second, as you're like trying to jump these corners, so just grabs hold of your hand and gives you the slightest little and like pulls you forward barely. It doesn't make much sense, but it happens.
This is right where the roof is 10 feet or 15 feet.
This is where Cephas is. Cephas is crouched like this because that's right where the thing is. Where you're standing, it's still 10 feet because it goes up. Where you are, Cephas, you're having to like
Okay.
squat.
So I can't hit it.
No.
So is there is there a ladder?
No. Okay. At the very end, it was just a pull yourself up the last
okay.
little bit.
You could jump and hit it.
But you could certainly try and jump up and hit it.
I have a long sword.
Go ahead and make a attack roll.
I'm gonna
You see this like stone platform above you.
kind of abandoning the disguise I have because there's a scarf covering like my face. I'm just gonna pull the scarf down. I've still got some like makeup and
Right, giving you that big old nose.
and
the
big old
eyebrows.
brow. I'm just gonna say we're bringing this ceiling down,
Interesting. All right.
and I'm gonna take a swing with the long sword and cast booming blade up against it.
Okay.
Woof. 8.
I mean, you just like swing and barely glance it.
Yeah. Action surge. I'll do it again. 12.
Hits.
All right, damage. 9, 15.
Okay.
Yeah, 15.
You crash into it, barely just kind of like glancing against the stone, carving into it.
Yeah.
But then this force and thunder damage shoots through it. You watch it all just spiral and crack.
End turn.
It looks like it did damage.
Oh yeah, more the magic part.
Yeah.
But all right, Holik and then Titus. Holik, you are 15 feet below, unfortunately.
Yeah. It sounds like there's something going on down there when Venora cried for help.
Reaction grapple Holik.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Okay. Make an athletics versus acrobatics or versus athletics.
I'm gonna use athletics. 20.
16.
We're bringing the ceiling down.
I can't reach it and she's crying for help.
Holding on.
You hold on to it?
Yeah.
Okay. You are stuck, Holik.
Cool.
I've got a sword.
I'm going to...
He's 15 feet below.
Yeah, I can't do anything.
You can enter my space.
Oh yeah, you can enter his space.
Can enter his space.
And then leave his space.
I'm going to use my action to summon Vith
Got it.
Vith, all right.
down the stairs and order him to go into the room and attack whatever's attacking them.
So you can summon him at the end of your sight, right?
Yeah.
That way he has the most movement, all right? How much is his movement? 20?
40.
Okay, so he can get in there.
Yeah.
So immediately he sees this. You're not aware of it, right? Because I think you were already around it.
Yeah, but I told him to.
So he looks up at this massive armor that's like kind of shifting and moving.
16 to hit.
Misses.
Cool.
He bites onto it, just scratching along the metal.
All right, next turn.
Ending Holik's turn, Titus, and then it is the animated armor.
Cool. Can I move up and hit it?
Sure. You have to run up into Edivard's space, or you can run up into what's his name space. Yep, you can run up into Cephas' space because you'll be closer to it since you're a little shorter. Then you can still make it back.
Okay, that's what I would like to do. 20.
It's going to be a little bit awkward. Okay.
23.
With that high of a roll, you don't hit Cephas, but Cephas does his best to kind of back up as you crash into it. Just barely glance past your nose, Cephas.
6 damage.
6, okay. You did 15, right, Jude?
Yes.
Okay. So you see a big old like crunch into it, and some of the rock splinters and falls off. Not nearly as much of an impact because of his magic, but you do see it is starting to crumble a little bit.
And then I run back. That's all I can do.
Okay. Ending Titus's turn. Animated armor and then Cephas. Okay, the animated armor standing over. They just got attacked by Vith. Well, you watch, or Vith watches the top of it just turn around, and then it smacks down with its. Actually, it doesn't have a sword. It just like crashes into Vith.
Okay.
To slam into him.
Yep.
It tries twice. Okay, that's a 19 and a 14.
14 misses, 19 hits.
Okay. Max damage, 8. And then Venora? That one, you watch as the sword it draws immediately just goes and flies out of its hand and flies around and is behind, just floating behind.
Oh.
Okay.
And then you watch it hold this like barbed arm out and another barbed arm out on either side of it, T-posing, and it just and spins around. Making one attack against you and one against Clonus. The one against Clonus is a 17.
Miss.
The one against Venora is a 20.
Yeet.
6 damage. Just clubbed in the head. Ending their turn, Cephas and then Venora.
Time to smash. All right. That is 21 to hit.
The stone above you?
Yeah.
All right.
Am I rolling that?
So crouch down, you just crash the sword up into the stone. This is your great sword, I assume?
Yeah. So that's 9.
As you crash into the ceiling, it fractures off now. That part that you and Titus have both hit, equally matching now the part that Edivard hit, and you watch it just shift and crack, and parts of it start to kind of like fall forward and on top of you. It does seem it's pretty close to falling, and you're going to want to move out of the way when it does. All right, ending your turn? Or do you want to move?
I'll back up.
Okay.
It's gonna fall soon.
That's the goal.
Okay. Venora.
I am going to guiding bolt. It's this creature. I can't remember if I've used it on armor before or not. But I don't think I do.
I don't think you
remember
guys
if
have fought these before.
Okay, yeah. So then I am going to.
But they appear like creatures to some extent.
Either way, I'm going to first cast Emboldening Bond on me and Clonus. And the weapon's right behind me, so that'll probably provoke an opportunity attack. So I am going to.
Emboldening Bond. Is this your constellation thing?
Yeah.
Can you do that more than one time per day?
Yeah, I can do it twice.
Okay. I don't know if you did. You did it earlier during the chariots.
No, yeah, this is last my action. I just did Clonus. Have I ever told you how much I hate spirits?
Okay. Clonus just... I'm not really a fan of the bad ones. All right, ending your turn?
Yes.
Okay, back to Scarfman.
So we do know his name.
Scarfman is Scarfman. Oh, no! It's not Scarfman. That's what my father calls me.
It's not Scarfman.
It's not Scarfman. I don't drink blood. Well,
Scarfman's my father.
Yeah, I'm Todd.
Todd Scarfman. Nice to meet you.
Scarfman. Mr. Scarfman's my father. You can call me Todd. All right. You watch as he stands in front of you, Ghibli. He holds his hands out. You see crackling at the tips of this dark red energy, and then fire shoots straight out for you. Roll a dex save.
Gotcha.
Ooh.
Net 20.
Wow, okay. So he kind of like scoops up some of the flame up out of the fireplace, spreads it across his hands, and shoots it forward. Okay, you still take half damage. So 10 half to 5 fire damage.
Oh. Yeah. All right.
How you feeling?
Just wheezing.
You're up? He
Just.
just looks down.
Crispy.
I'm impressed. You've got grit.
Stay there.
Stand down and I'll let you live.
Hey.
Hey, you got a free ticket to life. It just costs you to stand
But
down.
more of this hero stuff and you will die. That ends his turn.
Okay.
Ghibli and then Lumen.
A second chance at life.
Pondering on his words, says for the quick moment, I could take a quick glance at Lumen's body, and just heavily breathing, just completely in no shape to fight. If you leave Lumen alone, I'll accept and stand down. Just leave him alone, please.
Roll a persuasion or deception. You don't have to tell me which one it is. And he's going to roll an insight.
All right. It's 20.
Okay.
Oh.
And you said leave Lumen alone.
I have some inspiration for that too.
You're unconscious.
That's why it's inspiring.
How much more inspiring can you be?
It's true.
Look at my big eyes. They're still open and glistening.
Because he has no eyelids.
22. So you can whisper to me the truth, which might be what you said, or it might be that you were lying.
Want a break from the ads?
All right. He just kind of looks down at you.
It's always funny.
I have your word. You leave this place and leave me alone?
Yes.
I'm keeping the butterfly then.
Butterfly.
Ends your turn?
Yeah.
You sure? I won't say you've used an action or anything yet.
Don't take him. Take me.
Won't say no to another hostage.
Just leave him alone. Just like me, he's got nothing to do with this. We got caught up in the mix. Just take me, please. And with that, I throw my sword away from me.
Okay. Just throwing your sword off into the room, clattering to the ground. All right, ending Ghibli's turn. Lumen, go ahead and roll.
I'm sorry, we run with a bad crowd.
Ending Lumen's turn, Clonus.
It's not us.
And then Edogard.
Clony. What? That's you.
Sorry. Oh, okay. Well,
Dude, Clarence is so calm.
here we go. Yeah. Oh no, I'm scared. So I'm going to. What's the stonework look like on the ground that I'm standing on?
Pretty sure-footed.
Very good.
The people that made
Pushes
it.
his glasses.
24.
Definitely hits.
Good stone.
Wails
Good
into
stone.
it. Just shoving his
It's not
sword
two
between the
It's,
helmet
D8.
where it's kind of floating there.
8.
Oh!
3.
So,
So 11.
11. Whoa.
So we call a nice hit here, boys.
And in Clonus' turn, there's this moment where his sword kind of slightly glimmers and glows with his divine energies. He swings into the space between where the helmet is floating and the chest plate, and it just slashes through. This energy kind of dissipates slightly, and it kind of clanks around for a second before it picks itself back up. Ending Clonus' turn brings us to Edivard and then Holik.
Booming Blade. With advantage. Okay. 20 plus, definitely hits, I hope. Wow. 13 damage, and I'm going to have, before it hits, Soap fly to just the end of that before it takes a turn at the corner.
You're stabbing your sword straight up. It just sinks into the stone, enhanced by that magical ability that just pulses out with this thunder damage throughout the stone. You watch it all just crack, and then pieces and chunks start to fall down. Everybody that's underneath it, so Holik, Edivard, and Titus, the three of you need to make dexterity saving throws.
I did good.
Holik?
It's not one of my good ones. So.
20.
20, that's a success.
Still take.
Okay, you'll take 2 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
How would I have done?
17.
2 bludgeoning damage.
17.
For some reason, most of it fractures into all this small rubble and dust as it kind of cascades over you guys and rolls down the stairs. Just out of range of you, Cephas. It's just rushing past you. Closing your eyes as best you can not to be blinded. You guys all also resist that. As the dust is just barely clearing, you're able to look up. It's burning your eyes, but you do see it's still covering you guys dark. The countertop is still above you, but the stone base of it is all completely eradicated. Pieces of wood are like fractured in. You can see little bits of light kind of flickering in. So you've got still a little bit more to go to like clear the path and get out. So you need to pick a space, attack there basically, and carve yourself a tunnel out. All right, Holik and then Titus.
5.
Okay, you run back.
Yep. And
Grapple.
You're going to grab him? No. Okay.
I'm going to
Tonight's all about making Levi mad, I guess.
throw a hatchet at the armored guy.
Got it.
First one misses, 11.
Okay.
Second one misses.
Clattering to the ground, these ending Holik's turn, Titus, and then the animated armor.
If I ran up there and went big, do you think I'd go big through it?
So you're going to try and go big.
Yes.
And we're just checking if you can.
It says, if you lack the room to become large, your size doesn't change.
Interesting. That's kind of cool. It depends on whether or not you want the size.
Is the wording before it like while enlarged?
Technically, does he always lack the room if he's wearing
If you are smaller than large, you become large, along with everything you are wearing. If you lack the room to become large, your size doesn't change.
And then the additional benefits.
Okay.
Get really close to the room and say you're wearing it.
So does that mean permanently would not become bigger?
No, just
Like
For the
every-
duration of this.
For this one, I would not become bigger?
Yeah, just for this change, transformation, I would assume.
You go He-Man, but you don't go shirtless.
But it would give me a bonus to my attacks. Okay, I'll go big.
Okay, I'll say you do get taller and more imposing. Not just beanpole.
Just his legs.
Like you do grow. So like how Cephas fills out a 5-foot space more.
Right.
You obviously start. You get broader, taller by like a couple feet. You still are bigger. You're just not able to go to the point where you are towering over Cephas. You're just more on par with him now.
Super handsome.
Your voice still drops, almost a full octave.
I miss.
Oh.
Well, 10.
That is.
Sick.
It's a ceiling.
I forgot that it was a ceiling and not. I subconsciously was thinking of the armor man. I'm like, I definitely don't hit something made of armor.
You take a couple steps forward, so you're like right up against it?
Yeah, I'll do like the same thing
Put
we
him
did before.
beyond Edivard for me.
Beyond the beyond.
The cool thing that you have this weapon is you can like swing it around and it crashes to the side, knocking out the side of the counter.
It also has light on it still, so that's dope.
Oh, it is
It's
dope.
a giant disco ball.
You did just hear that crumbling from beneath the counter that Edivard just did, and then you hear a loud crash.
14 damage.
Okay.
Blast the counter away.
And from where you're standing, looking up at this guy, just off to the side, you hear it. Both of you do. He kind of like looks off to the side slightly as well, and you just see the wood counter splinter off to the side, just behind where Lumen is. Actually, right over Lumen's body. Wood just goes crashing over.
To where there's a hole?
There is.
He's gonna inhale a splinter.
Can I crawl through it?
It's a little tight, but you can certainly try it.
I'll try it.
Go ahead and make an athletics check.
I have advantage.
Hey, nice.
I needed it. 20.
Okay. Excuse me, Levi.
Is that a turtle? Just
Crawling through this rubble, you see Titus
Ninja Turtles from the sewer.
pull himself through.
Cowabunga.
So you use from here 5, 10, 15. I'm still going to say that's rough terrain.
That's fine.
25 right here. You want to move one more square?
I'll move one more towards Ghibli.
Okay. And you watch him just barely pull himself up and stand up. And he's not giant, but he is jacked.
It's like Arnold Schwarzenegger's reverse triangle. Just
His neck, like the Rock, just so veiny.
one eye.
It's really gross, but it's still long because he's a turtle. It's like,
Titus, what did you drink down there?
all right. And then Titus's turn. The animated armor. The sword will. Actually, before the sword moves, the animated armor again T-poses and spins around trying to hit both you and Clonus. It's going to use the flanking to get advantage on you, Venora.
With the sword?
Yeah.
With the sword? Is the sword a creature?
Okay. I think the one that's hitting you hits with a 19.
Nope. Yes.
Okay. I was like, what? But then an 8 totally misses Clonus. So Clonus tried, but the ones against you keep working.
I'm gonna use my reaction to intercept.
Okay.
Nice.
That just reduces flat damage, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the damage on you is 6.
Is that
9.
Hey.
9.
Thanks,
6
Clonus.
plus 9, 15.
So he holds his shield up, and the armor pieces, on its arms, and this like huge gauntleted fist glance off of it, and he shoves his shield forward, and you just, as you're about to get socked in the face, you just hear this loud boom, like a bell, and then he moves his shield aside.
Not today. I know this stonework so well.
Okay. The sword behind you, though,
Punishment for missing a session.
It like whips around. It will try and make an attack roll.
Yeah, what did you
And
say
that
for
one.
me?
The sword.
Thank you, Clonus.
And it just like just goes flying off. It swings itself. It's this magically like floating sword, as if it's being wielded by an invisible wielder, but it is encompassing this whole space on its own. It whips around doing all this fancy work, and then just kind of overswings slightly, then like a helicopter blade just off into the side. Okay, ending their turn.
I
Cephas
will
and
write them
Venora.
out of history.
That sounds more like Clonus.
That's a pretty good line.
That was actually pretty good.
Would Titus?
Cephas.
Titus did all he looked on.
Seeing that Turtle Boy went up. Oh, we're going up.
Okay, it takes you 20 feet to get to the hole.
There, and
Make an
then I have
athletics.
10 left. 13.
Okay, you're good. Hey. You just barely. It's most difficult for you because he did blow a hole in the side of it, but it's pretty small, and you're having to shove yourself through. Some of the jagged wood kind of scratches along your back when you still pull through.
Oh,
But yeah, you're not afraid of suffering.
I like
2 damage as you just kind of this rakes across your back. But put him
gonna take
standing in the space behind Titus.
Love it. I'm still standing.
All right, as he stands, the guy standing above you, Ghibli, things are changing. Venora,
You are burned.
I am.
oh wait, you have an action.
Yeah.
Yes.
I will. Is Lumen right there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did I pump him with 1 hit point?
Woo!
Lay on hands.
Bling bling.
Kneeling down,
You live.
you watch as his eyes flutter open, this little bit of divine energy refueling him. You're at 1 hit point. All right, Andy, Stevens' turn. Venora.
That was getting scary. Okay, I am going to.
Oh, did you want the other animated armor to go? Did you want the other animated armor to attack with?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Something.
Give me 1 second, Ron. Thank you for your honesty, Levi.
Yeah.
You can have inspiration.
Oh, thanks.
You can have just one.
If I could do it.
Okay.
I totally-
Whips around, makes 2 attacks against Vid. That's a 15 and a 16.
16 hits.
5.
All right.
Boom. All right, sorry. Go ahead, Lexi.
I am going to cast. I don't know actually. I'm going to move and flank the
You were supposed to
Dude.
look over here?
Flank the dude with
flank the dude.
Clonus.
Yes, and then I'm going to dodge is a action. Dang it!
Sorry.
I'm going to cast Sanctuary on myself.
Nice.
Psychic terrain.
Sanctuary.
I'm going to cast psychic terrain on myself. I'm building a wall in my mind.
Why do my mind
Climb over it. Oh!
My mind is my greatest weapon.
And then
I'm a grassy field.
I'm a grassy field. No, I imagined a grassy knoll.
There's a second archer.
there's a second archer. So I cast
Sanctuary.
Sanctuary, which is bonus action, and then I'm going to cast Toll the Dead. No, not the stupid idea. Last way, other way around.
So you're going to cast Holy
Toll
first and then
Dead, and
Sanctuary?
then Sanctuary.
Good idea.
You start to protect yourself and wait. And like this motion as
2
you're
hit
ringing a
points.
bell, there's this loud, resounding sound throughout the whole thing.
Gosh, no.
Oh, damn it. Okay.
That would have been horrible.
A 4. Actually, -4, so 0.
Amazing. I can't.
That's the most that's ever succeeded.
Yes.
Roll a d12 of damage.
Puzzle. 10. That's not bad.
That's brilliant.
And then
There's this loud, and you watch it just kind of like shake around a little bit and kind of grow almost queasy as it's standing there, like its knees are weak, its arms are a little heavy.
Vomit on his armor already.
No, these can't vomit their armor. It doesn't eat spaghetti. Spaghetti doesn't exist in Vanguard. All right, is that your turn, Fedora?
yes, that was it.
Enemy 1 looks down at you, Ghibli. Just kind of throws his hands out a little bit.
I kind of do the same thing, just like,
Yeah, I think you understand.
yeah.
It was a good moment, though.
You stayed 1 round long enough to leave your friends and then get killed.
He avoided an attack.
That's true.
It's true.
Yeah.
It was
I mean,
really
what you
good.
did was smart.
He avoided a.
Oh no, the
a
guy
Ghibli
already took
action.
his turn.
Ghibli?
Oh, if he didn't move, yeah. Ghibli's turn was after this guy. So this guy attacked him, then Ghibli convinced him not to. He didn't avoid.
No, yeah. No, but
Yeah,
the bad guy avoided an attack from Ghibli.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
I think you're saying Ghibli did. like it was
He
a good
avoided an attack.
He
Like
looks
to
at
be
you,
potty
Ghibli.
trained.
Hey, I can't stick around for this. And he turns away from you, and you watch him just like blow this black smoke into his hand, and he stretches it out. And when he does, you just see this like fissure behind you, Cephas, open up in the ground, and then you feel you're pulled back into it. Like gravity flips on its head, and it's pulling you straight back down into the ground. I need Lumen, Titus, Edovard, and Cephas to all make Constitution saving throws.
It's not good. It's not good at all.
Natty.
20 or 1?
No, natty 20. Gotcha.
Natty.
So 22.
That succeeds.
Just barely.
All right.
Well, one of them was for
22.
Succeeds. 8. Fails.
Oh, man.
Who was left? Lumen. 6 or 15?
6.
Okay.
I don't have 15 fingers.
Well, you're holding up a 1 and a 5. I don't know.
Well, you're holding up a 1 and 5. I don't know. It could be 15.
So the three of you.
That was a cool spell.
The three of you, sorry. Who is it? Titus, Cephas, and Edovard.
Yeah.
You each take 12 force damage as you are pulled back, but you resist it pulling you back. And so you, on a successful save, you take half as much damage and you are not pulled in that direction. You failed.
Oh yeah.
I failed.
You failed?
At 8?
Ooh, yeah, that's right.
I hope.
That's
I
right.
don't hope.
Excuse me.
Hey, you and me together.
Woo.
Can I get pulled out
I
of the
don't
hole?
know what your hit points are at, but I know that I'm in the ballpark.
Oh no.
That's no good.
with the total here.
Oh no.
Do I be honest?
Yes.
Or do I
Yes.
pull it down by 1 hit point? Dude,
Honesty is
I
the
just
best
feel
policy.
guilty.
Oh, it's more than just double half if save.
Well, it's
I know he's at 1.
he has to do one more than his maximum HP.
But
And
people
he
that
dies.
succeeded took 8. So I'm
No,
or they
people
took
said he
12.
took 12.
Oh, that's more than 8. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Well, you've announced it.
all out, Levi.
Mike,
announced
what does
it
that
to
mean?
us.
We're
but if
discussing
you-
the death of his character, and he's
He has
just.
to do one more than his.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I said.
So he has to take 25 total damage to die outright.
Well, now I know. If that's the truth.
I don't know what these hit points are. Half. So I take 24. I take it. I'm gonna take 24.
You take 24 force damage.
Do I have resistance on force damage?
As Lumen,
That'd be cool.
his body. Excuse me, Levi.
After I briefly wake up.
I rolled over my own.
Lumen, you open your eyes for a moment and you feel your whole body crunch inwards and is shoved towards the ground and bashed into the counter. Edovard, you see his feet just like crash into the hole, kind of dangle into the hole. Cephas, behind you hear him just clatter over to the counter behind you, and he is again knocked out, unconscious.
Do I get pulled up?
Actually,
I'll
you
take
failed.
If I can get them.
Yeah, you get pulled up. You do. You get pulled up to that next space. I don't think you're prone.
Uppies.
Uppies.
I'll take what movement I can get. It only cost me
No,
24
he's not pulled
life.
up into the room. He was just pulled
On the table.
right by the enemy. Just pulled straight upward.
Second story.
I don't know if that took you out, Lumen, but if you had any inspiration or anything like that, I'll give you one last chance here. Or if anybody else did, before we move on from that
Do we have to see him?
interaction.
Like we have to see him?
You can see him, Cephas can see him, Titus can see him, he can see himself.
Would you roll?
No, you
I
couldn't.
don't think I can.
You see him as his body's like crash, you see his legs flat
What was your
through.
saving throw?
6.
And it costs 2 to increase another person's, right?
It's a 2-to-1 ratio. I'm not saying you guys have to, I'm just making sure before we move on, this interaction will end.
Could if I wanted to. I'm tapped.
Alright.
What do I?
So I'll put in all 9 of mine to.
To bring your 6 to a 15?
Yeah.
I just saved. So instead you take 12. As you are crunched into the side, still completely knocked unconscious. So I don't know if that was going to be
Less
enough to get you out, but okay. Looking over
I don't know where you have your inspiration.
at Ghibly and your buddies standing up, you have to resist this, and you are not pulled against the counter. Excuse me. Actually, I will say no. You still are because you go unconscious, and then it pulls you over. But all right, and then
But say
Ghibly, behind you, you feel that cloudy mist of a person kind of dissipate behind you. Ending his turn, Ghibly, it's you.
See him attack Lumen like that, and ragdolling him, unfortunately, like that too. Ghibly, wide eyes open, just shouts, "No!" And he's going to try with his other sword that he has given to him by the people at the village with the gnome. He goes out and he's going to make a desperation attack just to blindly attack the Mr. Scarf.
Go for it.
That's a 14.
That misses. As you just wildly no slash forward, you watch as the scarf kind of hanging just before your eyes. It just grabs the sword and pushes it the other direction away from his body.
He's a real ace. So you might call him Scarf Ace.
What were you saying, David? Sorry, I heard a fly fart or something.
Just out of breath. No, I was just waiting for it. Tired. There's nothing more than that Ghibli can do. He's just standing there, ending his turn.
Should I roll for concentration?
On
My shield of faith on her.
oh, isn't it Clonus's Shield of Faith?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dumb.
How big of an idiot?
All right,
So big.
Lumen, and then Clonus. So Lumen, roll a death save.
Back at it again.
Assuming you're not dead, I can imagine.
Rolly.
All right, mark it. No. Clonus and then Edovard.
All right. I will write you out of history. You're in trouble now. 25.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Plus 3.
8.
8 damage?
Yes, does he have any more spell slots?
He has 2 spell
slots. Smite.
Okay, so that's 2d8s if it's first level, right?
Yep.
Real quick, 2 seconds.
13.
Just enough. How does Clonus want to destroy this Amazon? Literally, it had 21 hit points.
He is going to take his battle axe. He's going to slice off his head. And then he's going to kick his body over. And then he's going to take out his pen and said, I told you I'd write you out of history.
All right. This radiant glow as he swings through and it blows the head off.
And you're out.
All right, well done. Ending Clonus' turn. We're now at Edovard and then Holik.
I'm climbing.
Okay, roll an athletics check.
I would love to. Very high, 25.
Okay. Yeah, you pull yourself up.
Try and flip it on its side.
Flip the table on its side?
Yeah.
Make a strength check.
I'm so strong. It's not athletics. Table flipping, national table flipping contest.
It's bolted to the ground.
Shoot.
So you can't use athletics
18?
Flip it on its side.
That my action or interactive object?
That's not an interactive object.
But it was so easy.
He does have a point. It was pretty easy.
Crouching down, I pull 2 things of oil. This will be my interactive object. Hand him the soap. And then second wind.
Okay. Ending your turn, it is now Holik and then Titus. Edward, you now see, as you just don't even take a second to look, rush, jump over the table, flip the table, give those things to Soap, and you peek around the corner and just see as Ghibly, just beaten and battered, looking up at this guy who is looking down directly at him, holding a rapier over his head. All right, Holik and then Titus.
Sword in my hand. I twist it, my feet twist on the ground, and Venora and Clonus feel a slight breeze coming from the door of cool air. And I run and hit Mr. Armorman there.
Mr. Armorman. Mormons.
24.
Definitely hits.
Nice.
Yeah, did they hear a knock first? Or?
5 slashing and 6 force damage.
Nice.
And 5th will and
Add some ice.
add some ice. 6 ice damage.
Very good. All right. Just crashing into it, you watch it kind of like boom, rear back from this magical hit.
And then I step back.
All right. It will make an opportunity attack.
It cannot.
Okay. Then it won't. It'll just save that for somebody else. Does it make it and fail?
No, I do not provoke opportunity attack while that first strike is
Ending Holik's turn, then Titus, and then the enemy driver.
Is that visible to me? The Echo Knight?
What is your passive perception?
13.
I'm going to say no, because there's a wall there, and the light of the fireplace is definitely directed this direction.
I was just trying to see if I saw it run away from Ghibli.
You did see it run away from you.
But I do not see it currently.
No, skulk into the shadows.
Okay.
It's just into the shadow of that corner now.
I'll move 30 feet forward then.
Okay.
I'm stepping onto what inevitably will be an endless pit.
A pit trap, yeah.
Yeah.
Can you get right behind him? All right.
right to Mr. Bad.
What are you doing?
You can flank him if you want.
I'll flank him.
Battle.
Do I see the other thing though?
What?
Alright, I'll smash him.
Okay.
21.
Definitely hits. You see just in time as he glances over his shoulder, the scarf kind of creates this shield in the air that you just batter through and just crashes into his chest.
13 damage.
Okay. Exact same at Ghibli. Oh no, Ghibli did 14.
Get wrecked.
Okay.
Do I see that thing still? Did I end up seeing that thing when I was walking over?
You said your passive perception is a 13?
Yeah.
You see a silhouette. You're not sure if it's another person or not. I mean, as far as Titus is aware, there's a person standing there, just kind of lurking in the shadow. Barely. The moonlight is kind of bathing in through that window on that back corner, and you can just barely see the silhouette of a person.
Can I action surge and take a longbow shot at what I see of the silhouette?
Sure.
Nice.
That is what I would like to do. Hope that it doesn't get away scot-free. I missed.
Okay. You just shoot this longbow and it crashes through the glass window, fracturing it. Ending your turn?
Yes.
Okay, the animated armor, then Cephas.
Oh. I rolled the wrong dice for damage.
You want to roll the right one?
Sure.
Did it go up?
Yeah, 9 more damage.
9 more?
It went from being a D8 to a D10, and I rolled a 10 instead of a 1.
That'll do it.
Shoot.
That'll do it.
That'll do.
Sorry.
You guys need it. Yes. The animated armor will just hold up both of its fists and just clobber them down onto the bed.
Yep.
Ooh, a nat 20 and a 25. Sorry, and a 23.
Oh, if it's a 23, then that still hits.
23 does 7 damage.
Okay.
And the nat 20. Wow. Double exploding dice.
Oh.
I mean, it's just a bit.
Yeah.
Another exploding die.
Oh my gosh.
Highest roll of the campaign?
28 damage.
All right. So from 5 HP to 2 from negative max HP.
Ew, I stepped in a bug.
Just dust and ice.
Snow.
Yeah.
Fog.
Powdered snow.
You'll have to have another one
It
of those
literally
dreams.
evaporated him.
Okay, that sword flies straight over to you,
Nora?
Nora.
It's another sucky part.
Do you like me else, Nora or Van?
20 to hit, not Maddie.
I have sanctuary on. You have to.
Intercept.
Wisdom.
Oh yeah.
Wisdom
just-
save, right?
Yeah.
But it's only if
Fail.
she gets hit.
Okay.
So that attack, that 20 goes instead
to
to
you.
Clonus. Does that hit? 20?
Yes.
Okay.
What a dummy.
4 slashing damage. Just barely cuts his side. Ending their turn, Cephas.
All right. I'm gonna give Lumen
46s.
a hit point.
Okay. Lumen. Barely alive.
I'm back again. I've used almost all my lay on hands curing diseases before this, so. And then I'm gonna warding bond Ghibli.
Okay. That's a bonus action, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't require concentration?
Well, it's my
Yeah.
my path or my
I mean, that
channel divinity.
the Gibbles. And you get a +1 AC. Right?
Yeah, plus 1 AC and you're resistant to damage. Okay, rushing forward, you see this guy kind of looking now, seeing that he's starting to get surrounded. I think Cephas' turn. Venora, it's yours.
I'm going to yell at Clonus. You got this. Take out the sword and then go help Pollock. And I give him inspiration. And then I check the cage one more time.
Check it one more time, like you're rolling investigation?
Yeah, I'm trying. Well, I'm just trying to grab the ring again. Is it?
You're on a
have I
different
looked
side
at the lock?
Huh?
I haven't looked at the lock at all, have I?
You look above, you do see like a padlock on it.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll go through the other side.
Just make a dexterity check.
5.
5?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Bad roll.
It's on the other side of the body, but you're kind of closer and you're just reaching for it. It was not a high DC, but unfortunately that's too high.
Can I move to flanking the sword?
Sure. Okay, ending your turn.
Yes.
Enemy.
Mr. Scarfman.
He gravity walls Lumen.
Just Lumen.
Lumen gets up again.
Crushed.
Why won't you die? I'm out of inspiration this time, guys.
He runs around Ghibli.
Provoking opportunity attack?
No.
On you?
Oh, on you, yes.
Go ahead.
I make you sorry. No.
He just slides around Ghibli.
I'd like to grapple.
Okay.
Oh, it's nice.
A grapple check? That's impossible.
Do it.
Okay, what's your total?
23.
23. He uses his reaction, and you watch him kind of similarly to how you've seen Edovard cast a spell. You watch his hand kind of flicker back, and you watch as he shifts further than he should be, or farther than he should be able to. Go ahead and re-roll that. You must use the new roll.
Yes.
18.
Does he still get a roll?
Huh?
No.
20.
20?
Yeah.
All right, still fails. You watch as you go to grab him. You're just like what happened to Ghibli earlier. You're right around him, just around his shoulder. You're gonna grab hold of his arm, and you watch as he just kind of flickers, and then he's standing behind Ghibli, and you just kind of go through nothing. He will then. Oh shoot!
I think.
Is it an action?
Yes.
No. I don't like that. Kind of.
You watch as he holds his hands up just before him, and he takes this deep breath, and he breathes this icy cold breath into his hands and just shoves it down into the ground. You see ice shoots out along a cone, straight for Ghibli, Titus, and Cephas. I don't believe it 30-foot cone. Okay, anybody else? I need you guys to make...
Wait, I have cold resistance.
This is true.
That's true. You still have to make a save. Make a con save.
For these.
Constitution saving throw.
No, I don't want it.
You count of cold then?
It's a 30-foot cone.
16.
16 saves. Barely. David?
24.
Saves.
16.
16 saves. All right.
It's a good spell. It's a really good spell.
You're a good spell.
You guys will just take half damage.
Shucks.
But ice begins to gather around your legs and starts to kind of hold you in place, and you just break out of it.
Not today.
Not today.
I do
baby.
leg exercises.
I do leg exercises. I'm CPs.
Jeez.
That is 14 cold damage, half to 7, and then for you, half to 4.
I
You're
can
also
have
resistant, right?
See,
I
he
can
takes
have
half
it-
damage from me as well because he has the warding bond, if that's how that works.
That's right.
So you take another.
So you took 8. David, you took 4.
Yeah, and I'm done from that.
Okay, and ice just climbs up your body and you crash to the ground. So go ahead and knock him over, and then you watch as the being standing there looks at the other two of you. It's done. I've made my point. And he disappears into shadow.
What?
You see taking his place is his echo, and he takes the place of his echo. Ending his turn. Ghibli, go ahead and make a death save, and then Lumen, you're up. Lumen, what are you doing?
Healing myself.
Okay, go ahead. Are you going to move at all, or you want to move?
I saw that he switched, right?
You kind of sit up and look. You didn't see that happen. You just woke up, and then that happened. You look over though, and you do see this kind of smoky silhouette standing over Ghibli's body, and you do not see the.
And now there's more people up here.
There
Prior
are more
to
people, yeah.
not having as many people. Yeah, I'll just stand up and then
Okay, you want to stand Lumen up?
I will fly over
Okay, you got 15 feet of movement left. So you fly over where?
to the left of the group. I think that's a whole wall, right? And the outside is the deck area.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, I'll fly to the left of the group.
Okay, ending your turn.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Ending Lumen's turn. Clonus and then Edovard.
Clarny.
Edovard, do you remember what your initiative was?
My
14?
initiative is a 15.
15? Okay.
Yes.
All right, I attack the sword as
You're behind
Clonus.
that table. So
20, not nat.
for Clonus?
Yeah.
Definitely hits.
D10.
So he swings at this sword that tries to elude the attack, and he just clatters into the side of it.
Yep, 7.
7 damage.
Okay, just a large crack in the side of the sword. Fractures through. You see little bits of energy trying to, like, kind of pouring out of the sword. Okay. And Clonus' turn. Yep. Edvard and then Hulk.
Eduardo.
Counting.
Counting's hard.
Beep boop.
I just saw him vanish. I don't know where he is.
Where did he go? That way. I point exactly where he's at. Oh, I see him.
Don't you?
Just barely. The moonlight is kind of cascading in through that window.
And then I just grab the axe, teleports back to my hand, put it at my side.
Ending Edvard's turn. Hulk, just before your turn.
No, that's impossible. There can't be another thing. Oh no, is it guards? It's guards, isn't it? Oh no.
Stop making predictions.
I'm sorry!
I'm sorry!
Okay, so
Oh no, it's the High Magistrate, isn't it? just whatever the worst thing he says is.
It's the High Magistrate.
Let's go, Shira.
Yeah, that's Renard. You see 5 city guards. The door that you had like propped, or Lumen had propped up, crashes. All of you hear this loud bang from behind you.
Everybody went to the blown out window with the arrow in it?
It's not blown out. It's
Spider-Man.
Yeah. But no, because they went to the front door.
Who uses doors?
Yeah, you're right. They should go to this cafe
Break the window.
and break a window. I actually thought about it, that window by Lumen, but then I was like, city guards wouldn't be like, FBI! So they come running in through the front door. You see just in their armor. They look at everything going on here. Just see you guys.
Yep. Yeah, we get it.
Everybody get down on the ground now. All right, ending their turn, Hulk, and then Titus.
All right. Do I hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It echoes from above, yeah.
He gets on the ground.
Falls down the stairs.
Shoot, it's the cops. My mom's gonna kill me.
Put it out, put it out, put it
out. Bonus action. Sprout wings and a halo, and from inside the room, you, Venora and Clonus, just see a like glimmer of blue, like coming from the hallway where it's darkness before.
Okay.
And I rush forward and attack Mr. Armorman.
It's the police. No problem.
Armorman, Scarfman.
They're lovely.
Yeah.
I miss.
Okay.
Yikes.
Ending your turn.
Yeah.
Titus, and then the animated armor.
If I dash, I should be able to get to him yet.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
Yeah.
Oh, dash, yes.
If you lunge over that table.
I'll leap over that table.
You're at 40 feet when you're at the table there. Make an athletics check.
Sure do.
12. 12? Okay. You kind of like jump and hit your stomach on the table and have to climb over to the other side of it. You lose all your momentum. You're not on the other side of him. Or you want to walk around him?
I want to block the windows.
Yeah, that's fine. So you're like, and then just kind of around the table.
1 second.
And then I say, you heard him, get on the ground.
It's just like really creepy. So, unfortunately, one of the guards did have a held action to shoot anybody that moved. So
That's
he's gonna
fine.
go ahead and loose an arrow as you go.
Let him shoot me.
Oh, you don't think
He hits
That's fine.
for 5 damage.
All right. And
So as you start running, and keep going.
And I'll also go ahead and second win. That's why I just stubbed my chest on the table. It's because I was shot with an arrow.
Just at the last second, kind of like put you off balance. And nice. All right, ending your turn, right?
Yeah.
Okay, the animated armor, then Cephas.
Animated armor.
It spins around. There's just this cascading glow over it, and it will slam attack you twice.
How many times?
Twice.
Wait, how many times?
Stop.
What?
2 natural 20s.
Did it double natural 20?
Double prenatal 20.
Are you serious?
That's what we call 2 natural 20s.
Is it actually 2 natural 20s?
It's 2 crit fails.
Just look at the
Obviously.
photo.
That will help.
Is it 2 crit fails? It's 2 crit fails, right? Yes.
I'll take it. It's pretty awful. So
I had to say the other one to make it.
And then just starts going, spinning its arms around its head for you, and it just crashes into the wall. I'm just gonna have it deal damage to itself.
It hurt itself.
Hit by this, it's all your
Yeah,
fault.
double. Actually, I'll let you take an opportunity attack
That's
if you'd like.
Sure.
Dude, I gotta punish it for 2 nat ones. I'll do the same to you.
have to, Jerry.
I'll do the same to you.
What?
What?
I miss.
All right.
Dude, I rolled a 5.
It's like spinning around, and you thrust your sword in, and just kind of batters it away.
I would not want to get too close to that.
Yeah, it like spins around like it's dizzy almost. Yeah. Right, ending. Oh wait, no, the sword. The sword spins around, and we'll go for Venora again. 6.
4 wasn't saved.
Yeah, so it fails.
Yeah.
So it's gonna swing to hit Clonus instead. That's cocked. All right. 18 to hit Clonus.
No, misses.
Misses. Whoa. All right. Just holds up his sword or his shield this time. Cephas and the Venora.
All right. Not getting away from me. I will also dash. Do I need it? I don't need to jump over to block this window, right?
No.
Look at him. Trying to run, are we?
I think Cephas' turn, Venora, and then the enemy.
I am trying to search in the cage.
Huh?
15.
To do what? I'm sorry.
Get the ring. Or try.
Yeah, you reach in, just break the finger off and pull the ring out.
And
It's just this charred, bony finger that you're like, and it slides out, and you watch it. Just as it hits the ground, it kind of forward like half an inch, and you.
I put it in the pouch on my hip, and then.
Okay.
Is that my action? Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I.
It has been each other time trying to grab it.
Creepy.
But you look at it closely, and you're confident this is the ring.
Okay. I'm going to. Scoots over by Clonus.
Like here?
Other way.
Ending your turn?
Yeah.
Alright, the enemy.
I tell Clonus that I got the ring. Let's get out of here.
Let's skedaddle.
He looks at the two of you. He smiles. And then he looks just over Titus's shoulder and turns into smoke and disappears.
Yikes! Opportunity attack.
Dang.
Missy step, you don't provoke opportunity attack.
I didn't think you had that.
He has everything.
He's elusive.
Sometimes
Do I see him outside the window?
You whip around and look outside the window. It's very dark out there, but you do. You see him like 25 feet away.
Can I yell to the guards? Can I use my reaction to do it?
1 second. And you watch him just turn, and he casts ahead of him, off in the direction he intends to go, it seems. You watch spawning into existence a shadowy form of himself.
Can you do that?
It's a bonus action.
But so is Misty Step.
Misty Step is a bonus action.
Oh, correct. So he just runs 30 feet. And he runs off out of your sight. Just 30 feet, but I mean from where you're looking through the window. Off into that road.
Can I yell to the guards, go get him?
You're just a dissonant voice from the distance.
He's getting away.
That they can't see the person of. You just say.
They just shot me, they know who I am.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, you have a pretty intimate connection.
He's getting away!
We're celebrities, we just won every game that they had the last 2 days.
This is very true.
Yeah, we won every game except the...
I actually deliberately specified you guys are not celebrities.
We're celebrities.
Very famous.
You might be with some of these guys. Actually, these guys are more likely to recognize you, but we'll see.
One of the guards asked for my autograph right when they came in.
So so just to clarify...
Actually, no. Do take him off, because he uses action to dash.
Yeah.
Wrecked.
So he doesn't end his turn within 30 feet of me?
No.
Okay. I was just clarifying.
All right.
The bad guy.
He's
That down.
under the little thing. Ghibly, and then
Yeah.
Lumen.
I rolled.
Lumen. Lumen. Schlumen.
I'll turn around to them.
You see 4 of them, trained with bows, right on you as you spin around.
It's about time you guys showed up. Thank you. We need your help. Obviously, I'm beaten very badly. I've died twice. I need a medic.
Just like hanging on the table.
Make a persuasion check. Dude, it's not a good looking situation.
I look terrible, I know. Well, there's a 19.
And now you're gonna roll a 20.
20 is good. 14. Persuasion of 2, so 16.
Hey, dude, that's a great
Okay.
number. Sweet 16.
They kind of, a couple of them look a little confused, but still, one of the one that looks confused. Just cooperate. Get on the ground. We'll talk about this.
I'm already kneeling.
Because I've
I understand it's not a good look. Ending Lumen's turn. Clonus and then Enovard. I'm assuming that's. I mean, that was your action trying to persuade them. Unless you want to move or get on the ground.
No, I mean, you want me to lay down?
I mean, are you kneeling like on both knees or just on one?
Yeah, because I was crouching to. Basically, I was trying to.
Just get on the ground. We can see the wings.
Okay.
Okay. Do you lay prone?
Yep.
Okay. Put Lumen prone.
Clonus swings his sword, and after he flanks, rolls with advantage, rolls a 2 and a 3, he misses, he moves back.
The sword just like parries the sword away.
Eduardo.
All right, is that his turn?
Yeah.
Edovard and then the guards. Okay, one of them takes its held action.
Do I get cover or something? Because there's a table up there?
Yeah, well, yeah, that's fair. So you'll get partial cover as two of them loose arrows at you.
2 of them.
One hits, one totally misses.
Okay.
No hope for Gherty if we don't catch this guy.
4 damage.
Thank you.
She's as good as
It's on the ground! This doesn't have to be a death fight.
Edvard stands there, hands at his sides. His right hand is just like, hands in his pockets, just kind of whistling. His hand's like twitching, he's thinking. Cephas?
Really far away.
Yeah.
Titus, break the window, show Soap where he went. Cephas, if we're captured, I need you to bruise up my face. And then Edvard.
Okay, for the audio listeners, man, I wish I had a GoPro on my forehead. Yeah. The way that Matt just, it was so perfect. Like that little girl in the meme that's looking at the camera while the house behind her is burning. Matt just looked right at me. So happy. Sorry.
And then Edvard falls flat on his face. Blech. And Soap, as I warg, is floating just above Titus.
Does he bruise his face when he falls?
Soap
Can
just
Soap use
floats
his action to dash?
Soap just floats just above Titus's head.
Oh, maybe not.
You could use Soap is holding his action to dash.
Yeah.
For the window to break.
Yeah.
That's the plan, dude.
Oh.
You threw me off. I'm dead because of you.
Are you intentionally damaging your face while you fall? You said you wanted to beat it in.
Yeah, fall on that nose.
Oh!
Ouch, man.
He won't feel it till later.
Huh?
I've got some cushioning of
I
cloth.
know. I'm just imagining.
No.
Like, that's something in my I can't imagine forcing myself to do. To just like jump up, like and force your legs out from underneath you. And just,
He's not jumping, going prone, and falling like
you want the most effective fall, don't you?
He doesn't want the most of it. He's just gonna let himself fall.
But and not catch yourself. So
He doesn't run and jump and go.
flounder
in the air.
Dolphin dives straight into the ground.
Like fake trip and put your arms behind your back and
He's
just.
not trying to fake it. He's just falling
Yeah,
forward.
but you put your arms behind your back so your face hits hard, or.
He's incapacitated by warging. He's just leaning forward.
I asked, were you trying to deal damage to your face?
I'm not trying to help myself, and I'm not trying to nosedive. I just lean forward, pass out.
Okay, so I thought you were saying you were intentionally trying to get your face.
I grab the floor.
to right to start the bruising process. I thought that's what you were doing.
That's what Cephas is good for.
I'm sorry. I asked and you said yes, but
Yeah. My fault.
no, it's mine. It was a funny, stupid idea. Cool, but whatever.
Stupidly funny.
You do just kind of like smash your nose in a little bit. The prosthetics are.
How much damage?
No, you don't take any damage.
Okay.
You said you didn't want to.
No. Okay. Dude.
2 hours later.
All the same, man. I don't care if I take damage or not.
Yeah.
I just thought I would.
Okay. I just.
Can we leave all this in?
No. You take 2 bludgeoning damage as you fall on your face. Since that's what you want. No, I'm just kidding.
Dude, oh my gosh.
I'm joking.
Yeah, because all the
I can't win, I can't even lose.
listeners from UTI who go back and forth on whether or not their arguments are like civil or not.
This is an argument.
We're not arguing, audio listener.
He's just stupid to understand.
Let me explain time travel.
I'm just joking. Ending Edovard's turn.
Yeah.
The guards rush forward. One of them, sorry Levi,
Kills Holy.
Kills Holy.
sorry Levi, rushes forward, grabs a hold of your arms. I don't know why I paused.
Okay.
I just forgot the word arms.
Hey, watch the wings.
Okay, they rush forward still, holding their bows out, trained on individuals. The one that walks up to Lumen, Lumen lying down on the ground, you do feel manacles across your wrists. We just need to ask you some questions and we don't want you running off. The one...
Oh no, they found out I'm not 18.
One of them holding manacles, standing over Ghibly's body, ending their turn. Holik, Titus.
Okay. I'm gonna blow another spell slot. Another small little bit of wind, giving myself advantage on the attack. I just want to hit. I've got so many buffs right now. You're gonna hit. Hey. 23.
Just. No.
Oh. And I'm going to make him my favorite enemy.
Yeah.
Weapon damage is 15.
How do you want to destroy it?
2 radiant damage and 4 force damage.
Yikes.
How do you want to destroy it?
Just with glowing radiance, my longsword just burns through the armor, cutting it down.
Lightsaber is. That's a little much.
Well, I mean, it's got force and radiance in it. I mean, it doesn't go very deep.
You go into it, and then you watch the flicker as the magic fades. And
Yeah.
Pulls out a Star Wars blaster and finishes it.
It's not quite Star Wars, but it's Lego Star Wars. All its pieces fall out.
Yeah.
I step in. I go beside Venora, and I say, I think there's guards upstairs.
What?
That's how he says it too.
What just happened? Why was that so funny?
I just found that really funny. I'm sorry, I found it really funny. I just we're downstairs in a basement, like fighting armor sentries, and then I run over to Venora and just like, I think there's guards upstairs. Okay. Yeah, I tell her I think there's guards upstairs.
Oh no, then dancing sword. Titus. Get on the ground.
I shatter the window and then get on the ground. Please don't hurt me. I'm not a criminal.
Doesn't look like it now, pal. All right. So you do get down on the ground?
I'll put my hands up in like a show, but then I'll use the back of my hand to shatter the window.
I feel clumsy. Okay, so you throw your hands up in the air, and just as you do, your morning star just like flails backwards, hits the window, and then you drop your morning star.
I just revert. Funk.
So there's 60 feet that Soap can go.
So yeah, he goes out about 20 feet, looks to the right, and does see him.
Okay.
He sees you running. Like, actually, he's 60 feet away from where Soap is now. Soap goes 40 feet, so now he's 20 feet away from Soap.
And Soap is going up.
Okay.
Not flying.
So he's more like 25 feet. Yeah. All right. The dancing sword.
The dancing sword. Dancing.
Flaps around and goes for
Sword's like
Venora again. That's 17.
Wisdom?
Oh, pooey. Wisdom is 2. So that it just goes for Holik, 17.
And that hit.
Max damage, 11.
I think there's doors upstairs.
It just spins around in the air, and then Venora just ducks slightly, and then this magical like sanctuary of energy around her deflects it straight into the side of your head. The side of the sword smacks you, and you're
Dazed and confused.
She's like,
did you respond? I can't hear anymore.
All right, Cephas and then Venora.
Alright, I mean, that's happening. I am going to, kick Edovar in the face while he's on the ground.
Oh, I forgot that this was a thing.
You step up to Edovar.
And I want to make it like I'm coming up to, surrender.
Okay, so you're like walking up with your hands in the air.
And then you skip
and then you just
boot him in the skull.
Kick him in the face?
Well, I don't want it to be obvious, so it's got to be like more of a trip over his head.
All right, make a...
I want to kneel onto his skull.
I can do a performance and a...
Yeah, I'm thinking either performance or deception or...
whatever.
Stealth.
Whatever.
I'll say go ahead and make a performance check.
11.
Okay, now go ahead and make an attack roll with advantage.
Above average.
Please crit.
You can smite.
I did not crit. 17, so 20
17's the nose.
24.
Okay. So 1 plus your strength modifier.
So 5.
Okay. Edovar, 5 damage. As you're looking through Soap's eyes, and then there's just... Your face is racked with pain. Your nose kind of like in, and then just a big metal boot to the face.
You got hit so hard, Soap's beak is broken.
I'm surrendering.
And I'll go until they tell me to stop, or...
So... Hang on.
I'm surrendering.
Hang on. No. They all train their bows on you. When you step over Edovar, they go, whoa, what are you doing? What are you doing? They clearly know what you just did. And they train their bows on you. Are you stopping?
Can I help my friend up? And I point at Ghibly.
Ghibly? I think he's doing fine right where he is. Why don't you get on the ground?
I am on the ground. He's the one that flies. And I point to Lumen across the room.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
13.
We can talk about this, but you can lie down first.
Fine, I'll lay down.
So lying down...
Near Ghibli.
Just elbow.
I'll say if you'd like to, you can try and as you lie down, stretch forward so that your hands are up right
with your
next
pinky.
to Ghibli.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and make another performance check for me.
Jeez Louise. I'm a performer today.
Lying down.
18.
Okay, you kind of step just before that you get down, you go Anakin style, or Star Wars, onto your knees, and then flop forward. So your fingers are just within range of Ghibli's feet. All right, ending your turn, Venora, and then the enemy.
Abra. Did you see the guards, Holik? Did you see the guards?
I heard them.
He's still laughing.
I don't think this is her. I'm hoping it's not her. I'm running. Up the stairs quietly.
You run upstairs?
Stealth.
Make special extra action.
We need you to do the talking.
Opportunity attack is going to happen here.
Easy.
It's a sword.
Okay.
Sword.
That's a 7 on the wisdom save there, pal. And the sword just right into Clonus' shield.
And then, can I dash stealth up the stairs?
Well, you can't dash because you're taking the hide action essentially by stealthing.
Oh.
So what's your stealth check? Unless you'd rather just dash.
No, stealth is 9.
Okay, you just start going up the stairs. Enemy 1, and then it's going to be Ghibli. Soap sees through his eyes, or you see through Soap's eyes, excuse me, as he's running. What is Soap's passive stealth?
13.
Because he hasn't taken a stealth check. 13? Okay. The guy is not aware, at least.
Quiet bird.
He keeps running forward as Soap is 20 feet away, and then this guy's running. He's keeping the least amount of distance he possibly can, but the guy's about 55 feet away at this moment, and then disappears. As he's running on the street, all these different houses in the area, there's alleyways and stuff, and you watch it, and Soap just watches them turn into smoke.
Well, sure.
Don't have spell slots here. Okay. Ending his turn, Ghibli and then Lumen. Ghibli's having a rough time over there. How many rounds in a row is that? 3?
This was 3 yes.
All right. Lumen, and then Clonus. You're on the ground. The guy just manacled you. Your hands behind your back.
Can you manacle wings?
If you guys are cool, we'll let you go. We just need to see what's going on.
I'll say, I'm good. I heard Ghibly's on the ground. Is he down? He was fighting with the assailant.
He's down.
Okay,
Let me heal him.
Clonus, Edovard.
I'll kind of resist a little bit.
You're gonna like shift around?
Shift around, but not like fight him. But
Okay, make a persuasion check. What?
I'll roll for Clonus right now.
Attack rolls? Go for it, yeah.
Just go and flank, take advantage.
14.
Okay.
I'll keep on the manacles.
He like grabs hold of the manacle and kind of lifts you up. Okay, what's Clonus get?
8 damage, 24 to hit.
Definitely hits. And with that, he just clatters into the sword. It fractures, and there's just this moment of magic that kind of like pulses out and shoots out as it goes inert, just into now fractured pieces of a mundane sword.
Clonus is gonna look to see if is the plate armor still there?
Of the one that he had destroyed?
Yeah.
It is like parts and the edges of it kind of tore up when it came to life, but it is still there. It's just the outside of it has kind of corroded and rusted over. The enchantment now having faded.
Oh, okay. Nah.
It's not necessarily entirely.
He'll pick it up,
but it would have to be.
There's a lot of swords on the wall too that are.
Well, yeah, he's gonna pick up the plate armor and.
That's a hefty thing to do. He's not just like.
Whole of it is 65 pounds.
I think it's gonna take him some time to.
Nah, I don't think he'll do
tie it up and stash it on his back.
I think he'll run. I think he'll follow Minora.
Okay, go for it. And in Clonus' turn, Edovard, and then the guards.
Edovard remains lifeless. Soap goes to the point where Mysterio disappeared and makes a perception check.
Go for it.
Oh, yes, 20.
20, he scans around. He sees off just into the alleyway to his right. It would be 30 feet to his right, just behind some like garbage cans and stuff. He sees the guy like hiding behind some garbage cans.
Yes.
What an idiot.
But he's got 5 feet of movement left.
So?
He was 25 feet away, and then he moved 30 feet, and then teleported. And Soap used 55 movement to get to where he was, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's got 5 feet.
Investigate is an action.
His perception check was an action, correct.
Is he anywhere near a rooftop? I know he's high enough, I just don't know how far away a rooftop is. Yeah.
I'll say he's about 15 feet from the rooftop.
He just moves towards the nearest rooftop closest to Garbage Can Man.
All right, end of your turn?
Yes.
The guards. The one guard hoists Lumen up and starts dragging him towards Ghibly. Or not dragging, I mean you walk with him.
I'll walk. I won't resist.
The other one does manacle Ghibli's hands behind his back. This one stops at Cephas. Stops there at Titus. Titus, did you get on the ground or did you just put your hands up?
I'm on the ground.
He got on the ground. All right, each of them use their actions, pulling out manacles. Cephas, do you already have? You had it like held?
No, I had the action was kicking it above my face.
Well then he goes to grab your hand. It's like stretched out and pull it back. Are you resisting?
Yes.
Okay, make an athletics check.
Yeah, you don't.
He rolled
a
2.
You're not gonna win that.
He just grabs your hand. All right, don't need to make this more difficult, and you're just not moving. There's like not even a sign of struggle.
very
He just grabs
flexible.
your hand, and you're just like.
You told me not to move.
Edovard, no resistance. You just behind your back. Titus, any resistance?
No.
Manacles behind your back.
I'm not a criminal.
We'll see, kid. All right.
When he tries, I'm just like, you told me not to move.
It's like the worst type of.
Come on. Hey, that's a 13.
Okay, I understand your confusion. Holik and then Titus.
I'm going to take off my belt. I'm gonna sheathe my sword, pick up my axes, put all 3 axes and my sword and wrap them with the belt.
Okay.
Set them beside me, and I'm gonna cast light on I don't know, the hilt of my sword, and I'm gonna begin making a medicine check to see if this body is Gherty or not. So I'm gonna set the So I'm taking all my weapons, putting them beside me, like all collected, and making medicine check. Trying to be as natural. So 22 medicine.
Okay. Yeah, plus 21.
No, natty 20.
Natural 22.
So, doing your best through the bars to discern whether this is her or not. It's very difficult. Whoever's body this is, it was burned to the bone, completely charred. Your best guess, it is any discerning marks or features are not there. But part of you thinks she was just a little bit taller than this person. However, because there's no like mass to the body, not scientifically, but you know.
Yeah.
Can you tell how long ago the body was burned?
Huh?
How long ago the body was burned?
It does seem like it was burned within 48 hours. But you're like, that's just slightly too short.
Is the ring on the hand?
No, Venora took it. The finger that the ring was on is broken off.
Venora kept the finger also.
It's in my pocket.
All right, end of your turn. All right, so with that, I think we're good to be out of initiative here. Yep. Just a second.
Can I boop him then for the lay on hands?
Sure. And then do you continue to resist the manacles?
No.
So you just give him 1 hit point?
Yes.
Do you wake up?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Oh, there was a chance. Like if you kept rolling crit fails. Okay, so your face in the ground, wake up and go manacled behind you. The first thoughts flooding your mind are like, did he actually take me? How long have I been out?
Because I look around and I assume like the Lumen and some guards.
Yeah.
It's like I see the Lumen, and I'm just filled with relief after that.
You see 3 guards also standing over you. All right, everybody. Those of you that are manacled, they start lifting you up and walking you to that table over in the far end.
Do they have to manacle me in the front? How are my arms getting around the shell?
Yeah,
You got big arms, man.
That's
Long
long
manacles.
arms.
Long manacles.
They've got an extender. It's like a seatbelt extender on an airplane.
They just use 2.
Daisy chain.
Have I made it to the top of those
They
stairs?
have plus size, man. What?
Have I made it to the top of those stairs?
You make it to the top of the stairs just as Ghibly is being seated in one of those chairs. Lumen is being seated. And Venora, you kind of step out.
No.
No? Sorry.
No.
Sorry.
No, just to the top of the stairs where I
You
can
can't
kind
see
of
out
peek.
the
I
stairs
can't
to
peek
see
anything.
this, but-
I don't really care about
Were they
seeing
guards
them.
there with us then?
Yeah. And then
But-
they're just seating you guys at that, each of you at that table.
Can I see out at all?
Yeah, you see a table flipped right in front of that hole. You kind of see, you can see those windows, the moonlight, coming in.
Could I see Edovard being moved?
You just see him walking off.
Can I shoot a message really fast at him and see if he responds?
Okay, yeah, you get a message.
Where did he go? How can I find him?
Can he respond?
Yes.
I can. Soap is following. I'll try and have Soap plant something.
With that, Edovard is seated at the table. Titus is seated at the table.
Edovard is seated at the table?
Yeah.
Okay.
The guy's like, this guy's out, man, and he just like drags Edovard over.
About 18 seconds after I was manacled, I look at one of the guards and can you tighten these? I seem to have lost some of my stature.
Lost some of my
His hands are out.
Yeah.
They like climb the ground.
Can you do these again? I think your guy must have messed up.
I swear I'm not a criminal.
I didn't do this on
He's like
purpose.
scratching his head. Yeah, sure, kid.
Thank you.
And he actually manacles you to the chair you're in, just to be safe. He's like an insane, your arms are on the arm of the chair, and he just manacled you to it. Polak, are you staying down there?
I'm just trying, going over the details and trying to figure out, just nailing next to the body, and trying to recall, as close as I can be, spending another turn, trying to figure out.
You can roll another medicine check if you'd like.
I mean, I can't roll any better than I did.
Oh, okay. And Venora, you're staying in hiding?
When I heard that message, he said soap. Do I know if I can locate object on soap?
No, it's a creature.
It's a creature.
But
Oh, okay.
I did say I would try and plant something.
Yes.
on him.
So
And
then
it's something
I
you
would-
should be familiar with.
Yeah. Then I would wait because I couldn't remember if I could do so.
Around the table, a couple of guards pull up some chairs and just kind of sit about 10 feet back from each of you.
What about Clonus?
Clonus is gonna ask Venora.
What are you asking?
Should I wait here?
Yeah.
So I stay with Venora and Clonus does.
But if they start to see us,
So they pull up some chairs near you guys. We just need to know what happened here tonight. Understand that from our perspective, there was a recent breaking and entering on a home in a block nearby. A window was broken. Nothing appeared to have been stolen. We responded.
That was me. I broke the window to distract the guard so we could get in here and chase the real villain.
All right, good to know. So you're responsible for the damages there as well.
Yeah, I can pay for the window. In fact, you can ask these guys. I said I'd pay for the window when I broke it.
It's true. He did say that.
Okay.
I'm just gonna assume I heard this too, and yeah.
He did.
So, question number one, did you guys break into this building?
Yes, absolutely. Slam the door down. That's because someone was held hostage here who we tracked down by a ring actually on her finger. We're hoping it was not her that we found. Burned to a crisp. Sorry, Edvar. We're hoping it wasn't her, but the real one's getting away. Oh wait, he's out. So
I'm blind and deaf to my own surroundings.
Yeah. Sorry, Edvar.
Meanwhile, this one here, pointing at Edvar, he's chasing the real villain. That's why he's not all here.
Make a perception check.
Perception?
I mean persuasion.
I don't know where I am. I have a question for you. Where am I?
Can I give him advantage because I said yes, he did say he would fix the window?
No.
I roll 19.
He did fix the window. He did say he will pay for the window.
when he said that about the ring on her, I just give the ring back to you.
Were you lot in the games?
Yes, we kind of dominated them, to be fair.
I saw that bout with the that other group. It's pretty impressive. So you're capable in combat. Soap watches as he kind of like looks up, looks around, looks right at Soap.
Soap will try to hide at some point. I don't know if
Okay, roll a stealth check for Soap. He does see Soap as Soap's like flying over to the building, but Soap can try and hide. Because it was technically like his turn next.
Yeah. Do I have advantage because it's dark, or is
Sure,
it night?
that's right. Yeah, it is night.
It is night.
Night.
Oh, it's the same number twice. Again.
5.
Okay. So he like looks right at Soap. He's gonna cast.
I should be behind the roof by now.
Well, not the moment he sees him. Well, didn't roll very well. 12.
13. Dexterity plus 10.
Just as Soap behind the roof, this rocket of flame just off into the night sky.
Edvard at the table
like flinches. There's just a little flinch, and you say, "Oh no!" Just as the guy's like, "Yeah, you're very combat capable." Oh no! Sorry. You said he was out, didn't you?
Oh yeah, he's out. I grab his. Oh no, I'm manacled. I don't do anything.
Yeah, look right here.
Oh man.
Soap's turn.
He's chasing the bad guy with his little bird.
Well, the guy does turn and run, but Soap looks over, so he's about. Well, he'd be 40 feet away from Soap right now, running.
He's gonna. What's he wearing?
Dark black cloak and robes that are kind of flowing behind him. The ends of them are frayed and long, like these between 1 and 1.5 foot long strips at the end of the cloak. You see this long red scarf kind of flowing behind him, and occasionally it makes this strange movement as if on its own.
Soap's
dark boots, black leather.
Just trying to get inside of his coat. and put the vial of oil somewhere.
Can Soap reach him?
60 feet of movement.
Okay. Have Soap make a sleight of hand check.
Oh, sleight of claw.
It's gonna be it's basically gonna be like a grapple check, kind of against his, trying to get Soap off of him.
Yeah.
Sleight of beak.
Critical fail.
13.
Yeah.
So Soap just kind of like flies into his cloak, and that scarf, like a fist, wraps around Soap and throws him off to the side. Not like so far away, but just like against the wall, and then Soap kind of has to chase him again. So now on his turn, he keeps running, and then he gets to a corner, and then disappears again with his last. Wait, he doesn't do that. He looks at Soap.
Can Soap not get behind a barrel?
Soap used his
20 feet of
movement. He had 20 feet of movement left. Okay, Soap only takes partial cover behind a barrel.
Not full?
Oh, yeah, he takes full cover behind a barrel.
Behind a barrel.
The guy looks at Soap,
Gunpowder.
walks over to the barrel.
Was the sleight of hand in action?
Yes, you're trying to plant something. on it.
Okay. Edivard will use his action.
What?
Yeah.
To do what?
Soap's gone.
Oh.
Okay.
Edivard would have been holding it. That's the only thing he could do.
So Edivard opens his eyes. You're chained to a chair. Or no, you're chained and sitting in a chair. At like a round table discussion.
Listen, we broke in. I'm gonna be completely honest. We broke into the building.
Don't worry.
We broke into the house.
He already explained.
I did, but why do you want me to bruise your face?
What?
Sorry. You're probably bleeding.
Yeah, you definitely are bleeding from your eye.
Don't bruise my face. I'm already bruised enough.
What does your face look like right now?
My forehead might be falling off.
Your nose is, it got squished to the sides and all that makeup and stuff. Is
Waluigi nose clay mustache.
That's falling off.
Yeah. There's just peeling at the edges of my forehead, like the skin's coming off, and it's like smashed here.
And the scarf that was kind of around the base.
I already tore that off.
Okay. So it's just your exposed face.
My contouring is terrible. The bottom of my face does not match the top of my face. Skin tone.
So the prosthetics are gone except for the forehead thing is peeling.
Yeah.
But the nose is gone and then your face is exposed.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything of note?
I'm a gaunt, paler skinned guy. I've got a 9 o'clock shadow. Why not?
5 o'clock, 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock shadow. That's really it. Besides the peeling forehead, blue eyes, pretty average ears.
All right.
Killer jawline.
Okay.
I hear Edivard start talking, and I send him another message. Ask him, should we stay here? Should I go try to sneak out?
Honesty. Come out.
Do you want to warn them before we come out?
Yep.
Okay.
We have some friends down in the basement. They'll be making their way out.
There's a basement.
It's hidden. It's where we were locating. I don't know if you were told.
I told you that's where we found the body in the ring.
You can go down.
If you'd like us to pull that chandelier, it'd be
he
easier
kind
for them to get
whistles
out.
at two of the other guys. They both walk over. One of them jumps up, pulls the chandelier, latches off the top. You guys come climbing out.
Don't know who did that.
They just kind of. Is this going to be an issue for the three of you?
No, not at all.
Oh, I was gonna be
Yeah, he
like
was-
sitting next to the body. Weapons like
So the two of you.
Yeah. There's one more down with by the cage.
Do you mind just sitting right here,
Yeah, no problem.
not moving? Okay, they don't chain you. Two come walking down the stairs, see you.
I'm kneeled next to the cage with my hands on the back of my head, and I don't have my hands on the back of my head. They're in my lap, but my weapons are wrapped in the leather. They're 5 feet away from, they're a square away from me, so 10 feet away from me. And they're still light glow.
One of them walks over and kind of kicks him off to the corner of the room.
Okay.
Do you mind heading upstairs with me?
Sure. Okay. I just wanted to...
And then he kind of points at the other guy and just take a look around, see what you find. This is very interesting. And you watch as the two of them do kind of just glance around, and then one of them looks at the other one. Hey, those are stamped with our seal. Just take a look around, take him upstairs. And then they guide you upstairs.
Do we notice that it's their seal?
Nobody got a good look at the stuff.
I don't speak seal.
What?
Can I take a look at the seal and see if it's different from the regular guard's seal?
Is it like an Arctic seal or what?
This doesn't look like the basement to a bistro.
24.
24? You quickly glance at the sword at this guy's hip, and you see on the pommel there is what looks like just very simple, just this crown with two swords kind of like shooting through it, or like crossed through the crown. And all the swords on the wall all have that same seal.
Okay, so it's the guards thing. It's not like a
Seems like it.
Underground guards like seal.
Unless these guys with the crown's guard seals are underground, like it looks like the crown's guard seal. You haven't necessarily seen that in town before, but one of them guides you up. That guy, the other one stays down there to investigate. You also get a quick glance at some of the things on the wall. There are maps of the city and what looks like bright red lines through different districts of the city, kind of like tracking tunnels underneath, as well as a countryside map.
Okay.
And then on the other side, you do see a continental map.
Okay. Were there markings, like looking generally at the continental map?
There were a few circles kind of here and there, like off to the right side, a couple in the center, and one kind of in the Riskelian countryside.
Okay.
Walking up out of the basement, you're all kind of kept together. Those of you that are not manacled are kept at separate tables alone. The rest that are manacled, Titus is just trying to break out. The guy that's been kind of doing the talking here. All right, I don't want to make this more difficult than it has to be. I believe what you're saying. You did break into a building, but with reasonable cause, I suppose. It would have been wonderful if you had come to us with this fairly convincing situation, excuse me. We would have loved to help. A little bit of criminal activity. I'm going to do my best to keep you out of trouble because I believe you. Just understand that the man that owns this building doesn't take something like this lightly.
Does the man who owns this building wear a lot of red?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
Why did the man who owned this building have an armory in his basement for a restaurant?
I didn't know it was an armory, and I don't know. Just understand that when petty guards find what I'm thinking looks like maybe some sort of corruption, our heads hit chopping blocks pretty quickly. So we have a few options.
Yeah.
Either we all forget what we found tonight. Well, that's going to be hard to do because if the man who owns this building sees anything in here, he's going to know what we've...
I'm great at forgetting. Would the man that owns this building by any chance be Lark?
Can I make an insight check to see if any of the guards aren't scared about what's going to happen to them?
Sure, make an insight check.
Basically seeing if any of them might be corrupt themselves and not
After
as
you
worried.
say that, and he kind of nods, looking at Edovard. Ransom Lark owns this building.
Crazy.
24.
You look around.
Are you tired of these?
And that wasn't one of the ones that went downstairs.
No. So we have some options. Maybe we don't. I take you guys in, book you for the criminal activity. Some minimal charges will be thrown at you, but as soon as Ransom Lark finds out, I'm sure he's going to throw the book at you.
I'm a criminal.
Probably concoct up some, bogus charges.
I mean, we already have a meeting with them, so...
Or, and he looks around at the other guards. None of us saw you here tonight. A fairly convincing story. And either the evidence you uncovered is some sort of, corruption, conspiracy, and you're involved, or you are the ones that uncovered it. But no matter what, it seems as though Lark is involved. So, I'm gonna believe you. that you're not working for him, and that you found it this way. He kind of looks at the other guards. Do they have your word that none of you saw them here tonight?
Can I roll insight to see if anyone?
Yeah, I'm gonna roll an insight with
All of us.
Sure.
the speech and.
Dang it.
All right, who insight checked?
19.
15.
20.
20? Okay. And he just kind of like insists, just looking each of them down, staring them down. We're gonna let them all go. You understand that we've uncovered something fairly evil here tonight, and I think it'll just be swept under the rug if these people are taken into our custody.
Can I offer a third proposition? I know I'm not in a place to make demands or anything, but I'm sure in a military town there is significant gossip against the people who live here, amongst the people who live here. If an anonymous publication were to be released, I know many of my friends here are intelligent and can write very well, accounting what happened from a neutral party. I don't know if there is such a publication, but I could have many copies made overnight. If all of you were documented seen coming in here, but the corruption was also documented, anyone would know that if any of you were taken to the chopping block, it would be a public display of trying to silence something. You would all have to agree to it.
We'd still have to agree to what we're agreeing upon right now.
Absolutely.
Letting you all go.
But I'd really
But you take our names.
You're willing to show us good graces, and that reestablishes a lot of faith in the government, and I'd like to have the government on our side because the person we're after has kidnapped an innocent woman. This way, we can have the military kind of be forced to look into it, even if it's minimal. But all of you should have an air of safety.
Does that ease your minds, men? And each of them kind of nod.
Can I see for the ones that look begrudgingly nod?
Did you roll an insight check?
I am now. This is what I was waiting to kind of proc my insight check.
Sure, you can roll one. What did you get?
A 19.
Yeah.
I was
20.
specifically looking not for like ones that didn't want to let us go, like ones that might have like a tie to this place.
Yeah. We're all looking for the same.
Yeah.
I rolled a 22.
I just wanted to clarify.
16.
16.
5.
Edivard's in on it.
Titus, Holic, and Lumen, the three of you notice the one that's standing behind Titus takes the longest, or he speaks up now after this. He speaks up first, but there's like a little voice crack in his voice, and his eyes kind of like dart to the ground, and he like looks around a little bit. He seems more nervous than the rest of them. Nervous in a way that like these guys aren't. The other ones are just kind of like, they all like sigh, like a little sigh of relief with this good idea because they were worried about their necks.
Yeah.
But this guy's kind of like, something's being found that he doesn't like that's being found, maybe.
I think a whistleblower in this situation would give us all an air of comfort.
I like this idea. We let you go. Whoever is the most journalistic of the group of you writes something up, and you get it to a publication with our names in it.
Is there one that you would trust? Like, more? Like, that would have
We don't really
greater
have any-
sway? I don't know.
We don't have any news.
Is there a Daily Bugle?
I don't know
Blow
if
the
there's...
story out of the water.
If there's like any...
There's some town criers. There's just some town criers who will speak of news and pass out bulletins on occasion.
I'm sure they'd love a juicy
throughout
scoop.
the town and all hand out to all the criers.
I don't want us to be seen. Maybe two of us cloaked up could, but certainly the criers would get a full dossier of the event.
Sure. If you go to town center, there's just a hole in the wall with a strange set of lamps over it. There are 3 different colors, green, pink, and yellow, these strange lamps. They mean different things depending on which ones are lit at the same time, but usually in the morning all 3 are lit. If you see that building, go in there, and that's where most of the town criers meet in the morning to establish what the news is for the day. And you should be able to give them your news. I would tell them of what happened here tonight. the 5 of us who found this and our names so that people will know if we disappear. And from like you said, a neutral party, what was found. I would not go into too much detail. I would say that Ransom Lark's property was broken into, and are you intending to point out the corruption necessarily? A hideout of stolen weapons and armor?
Not point it out, but leave it up to fairly decent inference. A basement was discovered with a strange amount of swords and armaments that normally bakeries don't have.
And a burned body.
And a burned body.
Are you going to speak of this individual, this kidnapper, as well? Has anyone gotten a look at the kidnapper's face? Was it Lark?
Did anyone get a look at his face?
I got a quick look at his face. It was not Lark. It was someone completely different.
Unless he had some sort of convincing disguise. I mean, you guys met Lark briefly when you got into town, and he was clean-shaven, elven. His hair was very light brown, huh?
Steely eyes on Lark?
It was like, yeah.
Blue eyes.
Oh.
This guy had like bright blue eyes.
Yes. Yeah.
But it didn't look, I mean, it's still like different proportions to his face. So he had a very convincing disguise, magical or something like that, or it was not him. So. All right, understood. If you don't mind, I would get out of here quickly, if I were you. We'll start cleaning up a little bit. I have supervisors on their way here now. Sorry?
Your names?
Yes, and Jude, I'll just write out some names for you and get them to you. I just have to make up random guard names.
Bob Dylan, Bob Saget,
Bob Dylan,
Bob Marley, Perry Mason,
Bob Odenkirk, Bob the
Billy
Builder.
Bob the Builder.
So they do walk around and carefully kind of unlock your guys' manacles.
Have you seen my brother Hal?
While people are being released and things are starting to be cleaned up, I do want to have a whispered just word with the leader of.
Okay, he just told you guys to scatter.
Yes. As people are being unlocked, I just want to tell him to watch out for that guy.
Make a stealth check.
Okay. 22.
Okay. So you just kind of quickly whisper that to him.
Just be careful about him. I think that he might have something to do with some of this, and I skedaddle.
Okay.
We scatter.
You guys scatter? Okay, running off into the night.
As soon as we get outside. Any of them look fishy? I can send Soap after the one that looks sus.
Did Soap drop anything on him?
No, I tried to have him poop, but there was nothing.
The one time Soap couldn't defecate.
The one time!
And when we needed it most, he couldn't.
No, I couldn't plant anything. He's apparently very good at fighting off birds.
All right. Where are you guys walking or going from here? You're standing outside, conferring in the night. You hear some marching off from the north.
Who can write?
Stealth and try to avoid.
That's right, you can.
I've got lots of paper too.
We're not just standing in the courtyard.
You guys all want to roll a stealth check then?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh, natty. Oh, 20 and a 19.
Whoa.
Oh, so well. I have to roll this again. So.
And then Clonus.
Oh, okay, Holic.
What's his?
Mine is 13.
Okay.
-1?
Yeah.
For him? Really? Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, he rolled a 1 then.
What?
Yeah, and I rolled a 22.
Okay.
16.
Okay.
17.
16.
13.
13.
Pretty good all around. You guys carefully off towards the south, which is the direction you need to go to get back to your rooms. Evading watches here and there until you get kind of into the lower income area where there's not as much of a constant guard watch. And then you're able to, now in kind of the really early hours of the morning, late hours of the night, occasionally kind of skulk into some shadows here and there. There's some small crowds of drunks coming out of taverns or things like that. And you make your way back to your rooms. Having a moment of this individual moment for revenge, a moment for justice, and he slips just through your fingers. Looking forward to tomorrow morning, when you can blow this story out of the water of corruption, and to tomorrow evening, when you have dinner with High Commander Trake and supposedly his first Lieutenant Ransom Lark.
Very exciting.
But that's where we'll leave it.
Oh yeah. Just a few more hours.
No.
Your Clonus impersonation is standard deviation more neurotic.
Okay, guys.
Like just slightly Ben Shapiro.
Yeah. What do you mean by passcode? What do you mean by that? What is passcode?
What really is passcode?
I mean, my wife's a doctor.